Good afternoon. Welcome to Brother Roberts Field on the campus of Beverly High School. As we begin the season, opening day here for the Beverly Panthers as they take on the Fishermen of Gloucester High School. I'm Rich Francis, along with Al Visnick. We'll be bringing all the action to you today. Al, no better time of year.
Rich, it's my favorite day of the year. Really great. And kind of the usual weather that we've been used to the last few years. We got on our mittens, and we're hoping that the rain holds off.
We didn't have to wear the ski caps, though, today. It is 47 degrees. Feels like 41 with the wind chill.
And hopefully the rain will hold off for us.
And we do have a storm warning over the next couple of days. So this game was supposed to be played tomorrow, but Coach Cahill turned the Wayback Machine on, and we're moving a day early to beat the weather. If
memory serves me correctly, this is the second year in a row, or maybe it was a couple of years back, that the home opener was moved up under similar circumstances.
Yep.
And I guess similarly, as in most years, we got a early season tilt between the Gloucester Fishermen and the Beverly Panthers.
Third season in a row.
Yeah. I don't think I've been warm in any of those games, however.
It generally isn't. Like I always used to tell the kids, at least bring the long sleeves until the middle of May. And you should always have the long sleeves in the bag. All right, so we're going to start out. We get Graham Gavin taking the mound. He's going to be facing Lucas Simendinger to start the game.
Graham will be throwing to Jonah Bellew, who will be
striking
behind the dish this year.
Yep, sophomore Jonah Bellew back there. He tried to recruit his father to get in the booth with us, but things just didn't work out. Strike two.
We got an opportunity to see Graham pitch in a preseason game on Saturday against Lowell Catholic. Looked sharp there. Had quite a few strikeouts and looking to punch out the first batter of the season.
I think they're going to come breaking ball out of the way with fastball today. Jonah was set up outside there. 1-2 is the count.
I have to give props to the Gloucester uniforms, Rich. A guy my age needs numbers that are big, and those numbers are pretty big.
You need numbers that are big and contrast with the shirts they're wearing. That ball's outside. 2-2 now, evens up the count. Yeah, I got to give athletic director Brian Lafada credit for those numbers. Brian's a baseball guy, so he knows what it's like. Head coach Rory Gentile, been doing this for a few years now. That's fastball right on the inside corner. Struck him out.
Beautiful pitch. That pitch right there is virtually unhittable. Down and in at the knees. Really got to pull your hands in. A big guy like that who stands close to the plate just can't get to that. So
now we get coming up with Jalen Severino. Severino, as you can see, wearing that big knee brace there. That's a strike. I was asking him before the game. I said, you can't get that thing under the pants? I said, no. I said, well, you got to do the baggy pants. The Manny Ramirez baggy pants.
Old school.
Ooh. Ball way outside.
Graham getting a little help there. Interestingly, Rich, with the battery of Gavin and Bellew, both brothers graduates of Beverly High School and both plying their wares on the college circuit these days.
Yep.
Casey a transfer at Fitchburg State.
That's foul ball into the screen.
And Cooper Gavin, just coming off of Tommy John surgery, has been able to get back out there for the Judges of Brandeis. Has a few appearances this year.
0-2 is the count. Ball's outside. And you know, Al, always have to be aware of that pitch count. So you don't like to waste a lot of pitches. Used to be a thing, right? You used to hear coaches say all the time, don't be afraid to waste a pitch.
That's true.
You're going to get a timeout.
I'm not sure that applies to 0-2 still, but other than that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the pitch count is extremely limited. But,
yeah, I'm not sure that early in the season that'll be allowed to be a factor. Yeah. I wouldn't think.
And that's just a little down, outside.
I think that's 2-2, isn't it?
Evens up the count. Yep.
Looks like we got Casey McGrath over at first today. Danny Pierce at second. Jay Ray at shortstop. And Connor Connolly at third.
Yeah, ball's outside. Works it full. Start the count 0-2.
Beverly outfield has Salerno in left, Koloski in center, and McManus in right.
That's foul ball.
And speaking of McManus, we'd be remiss to not give a shout out to his grandparents, who are big fans of BevCam down in Philadelphia, I believe.
BevCam doing a lot for the people who are out of town, that's for sure. Foul ball. That's another one.
Yeah, eating up some pitches there. That's all of a sudden a quab after being down 0-2.
Yeah. 8 pitches so far this at-bat. Full count, 1 out. And Gavin on the mound. And Jalen Severino. Right down on the outside corner. Got him looking again. I was talking with Coach Gentile before the game, and you're saying you gotta make plays. You gotta put the bat on the ball. Get the ball in play.
Yeah, that'll drive coaches crazy looking at third strikes. You gotta. What is it that Wayne Gretzky used to say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And
I thought that was Michael Scott. That's it. Strike one, swinging. Braden Francis. Out there. Braden's, this is his 3rd year on the team. He's only a junior. Strike 2. Gavin up 0-2 again. Kind of cold out there. It looks like they're letting them blow on the hand. Ball down the dirt.
Graham looked like he tried to get a little extra juice on that.
Yeah, try to just beat him. Think about that quote from Sandy Koufax. I became a good pitcher when they stopped trying to make him miss it and make them have to try to hit it or something along those lines.
Yeah, I know that the story goes that when he started to take a little bit something off and threw 102 instead of 107, he found his control.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. There were no radars back in those days. That often, anyway. And the pass inside. Evens it up at 2-2. Graham's gone 2-2 on each bat of this inning.
Let's see if he can get his 3rd K.
They said Walter Johnson could throw the ball pretty hard. Huh? The big train. Took a little off that one, and not gonna get to it. Nice try.
Most a great catch.
Nice try by Koloski. Be a double for Francis.
That ball was hit well coming off the righty's bat, Rich. That was going to tail to that right center field gap. From our vantage point up on top of the hill here, Devin had a great jump on that, and boy, when he laid out, I thought maybe we're going to have a ESPN top play in the first inning of the season.
Yeah, Graham got a little up in the strike zone with that, and Francis made him pay. Matt Smith now batting, cleanup hitter. And it's a strike.
For those of you at home unfamiliar with my partner here, this is his perfect game to be calling, since he is a teacher of history in Gloucester Public School Systems up at Gloucester High. So Rich has the insight. I always enjoy when you play Gloucester. I find out a little bit of the tidbits, whose sister is a better athlete than their brother, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. And, sometimes we'll mention where a kid gets their athletic ability from which parent. Much like the case with Jonah Bellew behind the plate, gets his talent from his mother, Lori.
You didn't let me down. You worked at it in the first inning.
Well, we got a plan, you know.
I think that's why Jay wouldn't come in the broadcast booth with us.
2 outs, runner on second. 1-1's the count. That's, okay, I'm sorry, there was 2 strikes on the batter. I must have missed it. All right, so that's K swinging in the inning. Gavin gave up 1 hit.
I have no idea what
Had 3 Ks in that inning. Let you count up the pitch count.
Well, Rich,
I may have missed one or two.
unfortunately, I picked the wrong scorebook without a pitch grid.
All right, let me look at my thing here.
I'm going to have to get a different scorebook.
20. 20 is the pitch count.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking that this early in the season. I'm not actually, I didn't look ahead. When is the next game this week? Obviously, this got moved to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is it a Friday game away this week?
Well, let's take a look at the schedule.
All those things come into play. Big turnover from last year's team, so we're getting to see a bunch of new faces. Leading off will be Devin Koloski, of course, who was featured last year and had a great year last year as a senior this year. And John Reyes was the shortstop last year. And Salerno did feature and was in and out as the season went. Casey McGrath established himself as the premier power hitter on this team last year. He'll be batting 4th at first. Newcomer to the varsity this year, Danny Pierce, who Danny Dimes, as I believe you referred to him often during the basketball court, as he's making his varsity debut today at second base. Micah McManus, who did threw some innings, and I'm sure will again this year, is in right field. Connor Conley, who had an outstanding year pitching last year, takes over at third base. Mikey Giello up to varsity this year will be the DH. And another new member making his varsity debut in batting 9th will be the catcher, Jonah Bellew.
Yeah. And on the mound, we've got Giacomo Martel. See, that's that's one thing that we have that Don doesn't, the ability to pronounce the names correctly. It's going to be a ball outside from Martel.
He's a little rough on Don. Our partner, Don Lorenzano, unfortunately, is not able to make it today with the change in days of the game.
That's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1.
So Rich will take his opportunity to ride him mercilessly. Devin had a good year on the soccer field there, Rich. A nice season for the Beverly High School boys this year. Deep tournament run.
Yep. Outside.
I believe Devin also ran indoor track in the winter. So a 3-sport athlete here in his senior season.
He's fast, that's for sure.
He can run.
They got a few multi-sport athletes on this team. 3-1 now. Connor Connolly was on that team with him.
He was the keeper. He was the backstop, as they would say in hockey parlance.
Goes upstairs, starts him off with a walk. So now we got J. Reyes. Up at that now. Middle infielder. Did a lot of shortstop with him last year. Throw over.
What's the over-under on how many pitches before Koloski tries to swipe second, Rich?
1. So, this Beverly team, they lost quite a few players last year. A couple of All-Stars, including the Player of the Year, Noah Blonsey. And in comparison to Gloucester, they only lost one player. One significant, player who played a lot. They did lose one of their catchers, but the big guy was Morris.
Morris, who is got a He's thrown a little bit for the University of Rhode Island.
Yep. But it's an experienced team. It's a young team, but it's an experienced team. That ball's upstairs.
Yeah, we have quite a few of those guys from last year's season playing in college. As you mentioned, Noah Guanci over at Endicott College. Fellow captain Logan Petrosino over at Bridgewater State.
And he's off. A little late with the throw. Is that a ball or a strikeout?
I believe that was I thought he swung, no? Down low?
1-2's the count. 1-2.
Going to apologize to everybody at home. The scoreboard is non-operational today, so we will try to frequently update you with the score. Right now 0-0 here in the bottom of the first, with Beverly threatening, with Devin Koloski in scoring position.
That's going to be on the ground. Got to put the ball in play. Tough play. He's going to beat it out.
Infield hit.
That was a tough play for Francis there. It's a weird hit. Have to take a step back so we can make the play. And Ray's pretty quick down the line with the base hit.
Yeah, I think it was one of those balls that comes off the bat. I know from my vantage point, I thought it was going to be a line drive, and I was hoping he wasn't going to get doubled up, but it kind of faded, and then it, like you said, bounced. So that gave Reyes, who was giving us a hard 90, an infield hit. Well deserved.
All right, Charlie Salerno, we're going to look back over at Koloski. You know, that's one of the things about Koloski over there. He kind of gets in the pitcher's heads a little bit.
And as well established, John Cahill will not hesitate in swiping third.
That ball's outside. Maloney trying to frame that.
Beverly High School is probably, in all the baseball I've watched in all my years, I've never seen a team swipe third as often as the Panthers.
Yeah, he does give a green light to a lot of players, and those kids will take that base if they can. Freshman catcher behind the plate, Trey Maloney. Ground ball back to Martell. It makes the play. Oh, and they can't handle it.
That throw is down and away, Rich. I think I got to give the error on the throw on that. What do you think on that? You think third baseman should have had it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to be a little harder on the fielder there. Nico Alves. The throw was low, but it wasn't in the dirt. From my vantage point, you might have a better view. I've got kind of the dugout in my way. We do know it was an error. That we do know.
And that loads the bases for the Panthers, looking for our first run of the Northeast Conference season. And this would be the guy I would not want to see if I was Gloucester.
Yeah. It's upstairs. Up and away.
Casey, big year last year. Was that last year he hit a home run in extra innings in that game against Andover that we had to play in 2 days due to weather? And he put one over.
So.
I believe it is.
Ground ball. That's going to get the run in. We're going to try to get a double play here.
Oh, that should be on the transfer.
He's out at second.
Okay, I'll agree with that call. We got an RBI there for Casey as Beverly takes the lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. We got a Ribby.
Fielder's choice there.
And that was Charlie Salerno, right, who went out 6-4.
Yep. All right, now we get Danny Pierce up and back.
Making his varsity debut.
Pierce, another one of those multi-sport athletes.
Well, I like to think of it as Pierce, another one of those graduates of the Beverly Little League White Sox.
Okay. Danny is a starting quarterback and starting guard on the basketball team.
Excellent athlete, great kid, great family. Love to see him out here. Always looks like he's having fun competing.
1-1's the count. First and third. Runner hasn't gone yet. Oh, a little fake over. They got him leaning. Got him. Got him on the tag. They got him leaning. Had the little fake to third and over to first. Caught stealing.
I know that I'm far away. I didn't think he tagged him. I thought he missed him.
I think he got him on the leg. All right, so we're going to go from the windup here. Breaking ball. Oops.
Rule of thirds.
2-1?
1-2, I believe.
1-2. That's a big play from Martell. Really allows him to do a little bit more on the mound now. That ball's going to be out of play. Now, that play that Martell had made, can't do that in Major Leagues, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can fake to third and go to first anymore.
Not anymore. They made that change a couple of years ago.
That ball's hit well.
Fly ball to right field. He's going to come in and make the catch. And that was Austin Bushy to end the inning. F9. But the Panthers get one. So at the end of one inning, we got a 1-0 lead, Beverly Panthers. Giacomo Martell on the mound, facing Graham Gavin.
Yeah, Beverly was able to cobble that one together with just one hit, a walk, error, fielder's choice. But they have officially won the first inning of the year, 1-0.
Interesting enough, Beverly had more base runners, but Martell threw fewer pitches.
That is interesting. The pickoff helped for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Green.
He raises one of those back.
Yeah, it's such a big control.
Yeah, and without that error,
It's like a windmill.
on the ball back to the mound, probably still be 0-0.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go back to what we were talking earlier about some of the guys who had graduated last year.
Okay.
Jonah Bellew back there taking the spot of Noah Staffier, who did the bulk of the catching for the Panthers last year. Was able to, well, I was a little late, truth be told. Noah playing for Colby Sawyer was down playing Gordon College last Wednesday. And pulled in the parking lot just as the first game was ending. He caught the first game. He's been playing about half the games every other behind the dish. Having a good freshman season. You know, getting out on the field as a freshman in college is not easy. Yep. That's noteworthy for sure. So he's batting around 250, 260.
All right, not bad for a catcher, freshman catcher.
Not at all.
All right, so we got Nico Alves. He's a freshman, right out of the third baseman. Fouls that one off. We get a couple freshmen in this lineup. We got two sophomores in the starting lineup, two freshmen in the starting lineup.
Graham elevated that fastball and was unable to catch up to that. I'd be looking to go back up there.
Yeah. All right, so they still went down a little bit. That's going to be an error. Okay, so first, nope, the second runner for Gloucester. Gets on with a
Yeah, that was hit sharply right at him, unable to come up with it. I think that was 0-2 pitch too. Probably not really wanted to locate that.
Yeah, that ball was right in that wheelhouse, it looked like. The other freshman, Trey Maroney, squares. Can't get the bunt down, foul ball. Gotta like it when your catcher can bunt.
Yeah, for sure.
Michael Lavallee, he was one of those catchers.
UMass Lowell? No.
I believe so.
Spanky, that's his nickname, if my memory is correct.
I believe it was was it University of Lowell? Or was it,
at the time?
I think it was Lowell at the time. Then became UMass Lowell.
I kind of think they were Lowell Tech before they were UMass Lowell, but you could be right. We'll have to figure it out.
Bunts that one down. It's in that little weird space.
Casey McGrath feels that, takes it himself. Nice sacrifice over there.
Three assisted for the first out. Oops.
And that will bring up the pitcher. He's looking to help himself here. Beverly leading 1-0 here in the top of the second.
That ball got up out of his reach. Gonna try to throw him out. Connolly can't make the stop. But he's over there.
Connor did a good job on that, getting his body in front of it, blocked it, deflected off him, as you said, but it did go to the short fence there.
Yep.
That ball goes by and certainly scores. So
Connor doing kind of look like a goaltender, right? And those weird little slow rollers at you on the pitch. Giacomo Martel, pitcher, trying to help himself out. The ball's outside, 0-2. Runner on third, one out. Corners are in. That's going to be up in the air. That's a little no man's land. And he makes the play. Pierce making the play, throws it in. They got him caught in there. Nope.
I got to tell you, Rich, that is not an easy play.
No,
that
not at
is
all.
a great play by Danny Pierce, going back that far and then making that throw. Real nice. Nice seeing him bounce back after that ground ball, but that's a quality play. That was in that little no man's land, because neither of those outfielders were going to get that.
Yeah,
Pick it
that's
up
that little death triangle there, if you will. A lot of balls just end up there and end up killing a pitcher who makes a good pitch. That was a strike. We got Mello,
The second baseman, right?
Ben Mello, yeah. I didn't see that go.
That
You
was a
call that
strike. He did indeed.
I didn't see the arm go up. Mello, one of the only seniors on this team. That's going to be a foul ball.
Oh, that could be trouble out in the street. Ooh, almost hit the worker coming out.
Mello and Simmonding are the only two seniors on this squad. Two strikes on the batter. And three strikes.
Real nice job. Beverly coming back there, able to battle through with having that runner reach base and sacrifice there at the second. Fisherman had a couple of shots to get him in, but Beverly was equal to the task. Nice play by Danny Pierce on the pop-up, and a strikeout by Graham Gavin, his fourth in 2 innings. And after an inning and a half, Panthers 1, Fisherman 0.
And Graham did himself a favor there. Not a lot of pitches that inning. So he's thrown 28 in 2 innings. Not a bad clip.
Wow,
So,
only 8 pitches that inning.
Yeah.
That's a tidy inning for sure. I'm guessing he's
I
probably going
might have missed the pitch or two.
Who knows? We'll have to be
Math,
better about the pitch count stuff.
math has never been my strong suit, Al.
Was just trying to think about other Beverly High School baseball graduates who are playing in college. We got at Salve, Virginia, Tyler Petrosino and Braden Clark are still playing there. I think they're both in their last years. Tyler's having a big year hitting so far, a couple home runs. And
I did see the brothers got a chance to see each other as Bridgewater State played Salve, Virginia.
I did see that picture online. That's nice. See the boys there.
Coach Sean Dunleavy, the track coach.
Track coach extraordinaire.
Yes, does quite a good job. Track's one of those sports that able to send a lot of players off to college. I know Gloucester has sent a lot of players off, a lot of runners.
We got Micah McManus leading off here in the bottom of the second for the Panthers.
That was upstairs, ball one.
Micah in right field this afternoon.
Outside, ball two.
Micah just a sophomore, isn't he, Rich?
Sophomore or junior? I don't know. Coach gave us a lineup with the grades, but they weren't all correct. So.
ABCs? Or, they grade year grade.
Yes, he's a junior. No, not
No
academic
transcripts.
grades. Yeah, we're not looking at transcripts here. I think there's a law.
That'd be like an educational HIPAA violation.
Yeah,
I think,
exactly. Yeah, there are laws about that.
I think he caught the inside of
Yeah,
the
he
plate
did.
with that.
Yeah, I don't think Micah was looking for that pitch right there. Looked like he got fooled a bit. And that's strike on the inside corner. Struck him out.
Okay. Tough pitch.
That's Martell's first K of the day. And we got Connor Connolly. Up at bat. Connor got a little bit of playing time at third base.
Last year, yeah. When the other third baseman wasn't there. Guy I might be partial to. Ian, one of the captains last year, but went in the direction of soccer for college, not baseball. Connor hits that well.
Tough one.
Into the gap. Oh, but it hangs
Reno
up.
getting over there. He gets over there.
Ooh, that just
ball
hung
just
up.
hung up there, yeah.
It's not a huge breeze, but there's enough wind blowing in. I think that probably ate that up because, boy, when that left his bat, I thought he put quite the charge in it.
Well, you know, Al, we normally, when we're up on the hill, the wind's coming from the other direction to our left. But today it feels like it's coming in from right field.
I think the storm coming in is a nor'easter, right? So this could be mine. I got it. Oh, I should have got out of the chair.
We're not going to get to it.
Oh, that
Nice job, though, playing it cool.
Rolling down the hill.
Got to get ready for the start of the men's season.
But I think we almost grooved that one in outside.
Yeah, that broke quite a bit, but it started so far outside. Didn't have an opportunity to catch the outside corner.
Yeah, we've got this little hill to our side that I think might be protecting us. Out on the field, I think it's blowing a little harder.
That's hit well.
Solid hit, make the play, and keeps it in front of him, and makes the play. Nice job right there by the second baseman, Ben Mello. 1-2-3 inning.
And at the end of 2 full, Beverly 1, Gloucester 0. That speeds things up just a bit, Rich.
Yep.
And
that was Mike Giello who was up right there.
yeah, Mike the DH today, senior captain. Hit that ball very hard. Nice play by Ben Mello to knock it down.
Martell with about 21 pitches. These are approximations. They are not the official pitch count. While I tend to consider myself a multitasker,
Yeah,
I
the
don't think
pitch
it's one of
count's
those
hard.
things that can be a little difficult. So we're going to see Austin Bushy, sophomore, and then top of the order, Simondinga Severino.
9-1-2. Yeah, the other day, Rich, Brandeis, back to the college thing where Graham Gavin is. Brandeis played WPI. First game of the doubleheader, WPI won 1-0, and Beverly High graduate Eric DePiero picked up the save in that one. Graham made an appearance through a little bit in game 2. Cooper, sorry.
Yeah, it happened.
You know,
I was afraid I was going to say Cooper
when Graham was thrown. I went in
Not yet.
reverse.
Yeah.
And
grandmother Sarah likes to watch the games on BevCam quite a bit.
Well, we saw Sarah at the field. I don't know if you were there at Balch at the scrimmage, and
Yeah, I don't think
Sarah was. We're getting signals from Jared. 35 pitches.
Okay, 35. Okay, so I was way off, I guess. For Graham.
We're going to have to hire Jared McKay to keep the pitch count for us.
Thank you, Jared, for that pitch count. I don't know. My phone's in my pocket. Maybe they were trying to tell us, send us a message. I don't know.
But back to Graham's grandma. She was rocking some purple hair down at the
nice. All right.
at the field. She's getting ready for Easter.
Is that an Easter thing? Yeah. Okay. All right. Austin Bushy. That's one pitch for the inning. Top of the third, 1-0 Beverly with the lead. Graham Gavin on the mound for his third inning. That's
Heads
foul
up.
ball coming back. Oh, Right.
Just landed in the street and bounced off
Good
a car.
quickness there from our.
That's Graham's grandfather just having to jump out of the way.
Someone's going to get it, but
Well done.
yeah, it bounced off
Quick
someone's
feet.
hood.
Coming back at you there, Gramps. Another foul.
Oh, nice
Yeah,
stop
pretty
made
close.
there. One hopper.
Fans getting active today.
Here's the question. If
All
one's
these
coming
foul
directly
balls.
towards me, do I move out of the way or move out of the way with the
And
camera?
gets him the grounded second. And Pierce makes the play over to McGrath. 4-3.
Or use the camera to make sure I don't
Retires the
get
first
hit.
batter.
Good pitch selection there for Graham, going with the breaking ball. Got Bushi just out in front of that. So being able to change up the speeds there effectively.
All right, so we got Lucas Simmendinger. Struck out looking his first at bat.
Oh, Dominic's there.
Oh, missed that one. Waiting for
Check out
strike.
his newest episode. I'm all caught
I know
up.
you have a lot of fans around here, Rich. It's hard, you know. You're the voice
Good.
of BevCam. So
Well, it's just people I know. I wouldn't say fans. Break 2. 0-2 is the count. It was actually Braden Francis's mother.
one of your students, have you had him in class at all?
No, I've not. Outside, ball 1. Interesting enough, there's only one player on that baseball team who I have in class.
Interesting. You trying to avoid you think, or?
Could be. And tagged him. And got him swinging. Another strikeout from Grant.
Get back.
Put him in the wrong place in the scoreboard.
Where are you going?
That is Graham's fifth strikeout here,
What
with,
do you want me to do?
just in the top of the third.
Okay.
All right, Jalen Severino. He caved looking. Lost that bat. Looking to swing the bat here. And he does swing the bat and he misses. So outside pitch.
Graham looked sharp in the scrimmage as we talked about on Saturday, looking sharp again here today, Rich. I think the pitches have a little bit of advantage early on, is my opinion.
Break 2. Yeah. You know, even though they have these aluminum
goes to the
bats and all
office.
that, still stings in the cold.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that foul ball stung Jonah
Yeah,
Belly's
Jonah
foot.
Belly. I was talking to his father the other day. He was saying he's got bruises all over himself from the drills.
Yeah.
Outside.
At first, I'm fine, and then 30
Jonah's
minutes
still
in,
feeling that on his
freezing.
right hand.
Yeah. Or
It's a
just being
different kind
outside
of
for
ball
long
player
periods of
gets
time.
behind the plate there, Al.
That's right, the tools of ignorance.
1-2's the count. 2 outs. Severino up. That
Whoa.
ball's driven to right field. McManus over there.
I
And
wonder where that one landed.
get him.
1, 2, 3 inning.
F9. 1, 2,
Well,
3.
I know, but I wonder if
And
that
I'm
one
going to
crashed
guess
through someone's
41
roof.
pitches or so. Maybe Jared will keep track.
one that
I need
was
one of
just
those little
hit.
clicker things. I used to
Yeah,
have one.
I have a couple of those at home.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he threw about 10 pitches there.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess. I'd have him around 45.
Okay.
But maybe
I love how
the
you
Beverly
saw that.
faithful will text
And I
us an
didn't
update
find
on
the
that.
one that's actually
So
there.
after 2.5 innings, still 1-0 for Beverly. As we said there, the pitches may be a little bit ahead, but we will see. Beverly on Saturday certainly hit the ball well. They took advantage of some walks from Wool Catholic, and by the time I left, they had about 7 on the board. I'm not sure how that ended up, but
Yeah, it was. They still got a few more.
be interesting to see who else will be throwing. I'm sure Micah McManus, who had thrown some innings last year, Connor Conley. I know Mikey Giello throws. We've heard maybe we might be seeing Charlie Salerno on the mound as well. So
Yeah.
So he had
Charlie throws hard from
one
what
of
I'm
the,
told.
his left head bone, like the big
his
head bone was playing
older
something.
brother Max,
I think his right
another
AirPod was
Beverly
playing something
Little
else.
League White Sox graduate, by the way,
He
was an
like
extremely
watching
hard
The
thrower
Shining
as well.
and
I wonder what Max is doing this year. I think he graduated Governors where he played football.
Okay.
He had already seen both of them, so it's just kind of funny.
So we're going to see Jonah Bellew, his first at-bat of the season. According to his father, Jonah appreciates the finer things in life. Takes the ball one. Likes to spend his time in art galleries. Ball two.
Jay was telling us a little story about Jonah and his older brother Owen coming up with some kind of
Do you have any cards?
app or some version of a game within a game for Fortnite. Oh, that's it well.
That's it well. It's going to be foul, though.
Ooh.
Hit that one pretty good. But goes down as a strike.
Last year, one of the first games of the season in the JV circuit, I think Jonah went a yard against Gloucester up at Stage Fort Park.
Stage 4 Park, yeah.
So he has the power.
That's a field with some weird dimensions. Some quirky things. Tree in center field. A hill in the left field. A hill that goes up. And then right field slopes down and away. John pops that one up. That's going to be trouble. And Francis makes the play. Not that much trouble after all.
Yeah, anything up in the air, the wind seems to be getting a hold of.
Yeah.
Other than the ball that Francis hit to the gap.
Yeah, I thought that one might have fallen between the left fielder and shortstop, but Braden was able to get over there.
Yeah, hung up there a bit.
All right, back to the top of the order, Devin Koloski. Strike in the outside corner. Both pitchers limiting the number of runners. Slow roller.
That's going to be hard to
knocks
get.
it down. Took a weird hop on him. Took a hop. He had to actually knock it down with his bare hand, it looked like.
Yeah, it was a curveball that Devin sat on, and it looked like it had a lot of spin coming off the bat. And with his speed, a third baseman was going to have to make a bang-bang play anyhow. So,
Yeah.
But what are you going to score that one? Probably a play you should have made?
Yeah, I'm going to call that an error.
Okay. You won't have an argument from me.
Okay, not going to get him at second, so
Not going to get him at first
pulls him
either.
off the bag. Okay, so another error.
Beverly's speed there, I think, put a little pressure on that.
Yeah.
Devin Koloski with a great jump. It was a slow roller hit the shortstop. I don't know if the shortstop was maybe thinking he could get the force at second and then realize he wasn't going to have that. And again, another hard 90 from John Reyes put a little pressure on, and it just sailed a bit on him.
So we got first and second, no outs.
One out, the pop
Oh,
up to
I'm
short.
sorry, that's right, 1 out. Looking at the wrong part of the scoreboard. 1
That's
out.
Charlie Salerno up.
Foul ball. With a left-handed hitter, I doubt you're going to see Koloski try to take third, but if he sees something, if he sees an opportunity, he'll take it, though. You hate to run yourself out of an inning, though, with first and second.
Yeah, with your number 3 guy up for sure. And like you say, the right-handed batter's box open gives the catcher a easy shot down.
Yep. 1-1's the count.
I think if he's going to go, it's going to be due to lack of being paid attention to by the pitcher. And he seems to be mindful that he's there. Varying his looks back at second. And although he needs to kind of focus in here, do not want to load the bases a second time for Casey McGrath.
Yeah. 1-2's the count. 1 out. Charlie Salerno up at bat. Yeah, looking him back there. And the pitch. Upstairs, a little high. 3-1 now.
It's a good take right there.
Yeah, it's a tough one. A lot of
Well,
guys
he's
like
up-
that chest-high fastball.
He's up in the count, though, so
Yeah.
good discipline.
Yeah.
Right? No strikes on you. You want to make sure it's your pitch. Or he has 1 strike.
A 3-1 hitters count. Yeah, it's a strike. Full count now.
I'm sitting right behind home plate. That ball was a foot outside.
It was a little outside, yeah. I don't know about a foot. It was a
All
nice,
right, 6 inches.
nice frame job by Maroney there.
He
Give
did
him
hit his
credit.
spot for sure.
Yeah. Full count now. Don't want to swing the bat here. Yeah, fouls that one off.
Heads up in the track.
Yep.
Frank 40 field uncharacteristically empty over there.
Yeah, there was some kind of practice earlier. Martell's got good size, good length. Helps you against the batter. Gives you a little less distance that you have to throw.
Right.
Makes that fastball jump a little bit more.
Yeah, big kid.
Yeah. Ground ball up the middle. Might have got tipped a little bit. Then they got him.
Look at that. Koloski coming all the way
great
from
base
second
run.
base.
Yep, that's a nice job by Devin Koloski.
And good coaching there by Coach Cahill, being aggressive. Wave him home, Wendell. Just had him keep on coming. Great speed, taking advantage of Devin's gift of being able to run like that. Ball wasn't hit overly hard. Can you give a field? Can you give an RBI on that? I think you can, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's really, you get the RBI because you got a guy like Koloski who knows what he's doing out there. Curveball in for a strike. I was talking to Coach Gentile, and I was saying the thing with Koloski, he's got speed, but he's a smart ball player. He knows how to play the game. All outside. 1-1's the count. Casey has got the other RBI in the game.
Got a chance for 2-out hit here. Make it 3.
Ball's inside. Casey looking to add to his RBI total on the season. He's tied for the team lead now with Salerno.
That means Devin Koloski leads the team in runs with 2.
Yes.
All of them.
Oh, ripped that ball. Foul almost took out the photographer down there.
That was close. Almost hit that big lens. Photographer's moving right now. I'm thinking maybe I should be behind that
That's a good
fence
idea.
just a little bit more.
Yeah. The camera can stay in play, but you want to get your body out of there.
Oh, that's hit
Drives
well.
that ball high, and right
that
fielder
one
camps
got it.
under it, and he gets the out to end the inning. F9. But the Panthers pick up another to make it 2-0.
After 3 full.
Now, Al, would you say those runs were earned or unearned? They were 2 errors.
Absolutely unearned because we had both Devin and John Reyes reaching on errors, right? So with the pop-up by Jonah Bellew, there should have been 3 outs in a row.
Yeah.
So that's an unearned run.
Yep.
And trying to think if the first run was unearned as well. We had a walk. We had an infield hit. We had an error. Fielder's choice. In the first inning?
Was the third batter.
Was the throw to try to get the force at third. So that would have been 1 out.
Yep.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah, technically, because that run that scored was on the error.
He would have been out?
That runner.
Is that how that works?
I believe so.
Okay. If Dom was here, he'd know.
That's why we have a 3-man team now. Between the 3 of us, we got everything covered. But we're missing a bit of it.
Well, I'm going to be absent for one of them on April vacation. There's a Friday morning game. Is that 2 weeks? April vacation?
Yes.
Week after next?
Yes, the week of the 15th.
Did you ever look up to see when the next game is for the Panthers? this
Yes,
week?
it is Friday against Masconomet.
At Masco?
At Masco. So if you want to take the ride up Route 95, or
Last year up there, if memory serves me correctly, a very big Panthers win on the road against Masconomet. Although Masco, I think, did end up winning the league.
Yeah.
Beverly, with an outstanding season last year, finished the season 15-5.
Yep.
Ranked maybe 22 or 26 first round bye, and fell to 2-0 to Milford in the state tournament.
Ball's outside. We got Mark Lehman joining us here in the booth. Hey, Mark, how we doing?
Guest cameraman.
Speaking of camera, we got Lucas Knight working the cameras today. Tim Hezzy, the crew chief, back in the booth.
Braden Francis up, Rich. I believe he has the only hit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got that double in the first inning.
As Graham Gavin is into his fourth inning of work, we think he has low 40s.
45-ish, 44, 45. Was that a strike?
It was.
Okay, a little bit on the outside.
I think we have 1-1. Yeah, there's been some liberality with the width of the plate, I believe.
Yeah.
We would call that a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah. 2-2 now. I don't think Francis liked that call too much. And oh, ball. I thought he called that a strike.
No, that one was a strike. The pitch before was a ball.
Okay.
So I think
All
it's
right,
2-2 now, I believe.
See, it's this, I'm trying to track these pitches out.
I'm letting you down.
Takes my eye off him. And he walks it.
So that'd be 6 pitches so far.
Yes. Here we go. Francis on base twice today. Perfect at the plate so far.
Brings up the DH Smith.
Yep. Matt Smith.
Matt went down swinging in the first. Good move over there by Graham to keep him close.
Yep.
See what Gloucester does. I don't think they're going to bunt here. They bunted.
Yeah, it's a cleanup hitter. Ooh, nice tag there by McGrath. Nice little sweep tag.
Bunted earlier with Maroney.
Yeah,
but like you say, number 4, you're not going to have your cleanup batter who's your DH bunting in this situation with no outs in the 4th.
Yeah. That ball's downstairs. Throw it over. Ooh, had him leaning. Oh, and 1's the count now. Brent's getting himself a good lead.
That's a strike.
That's a strike. 1-1's the count.
I wanted to help the umpire out there in case he needed it. I like that pitch.
I'm swinging.
Yeah, with Graham's velocity being up in the zone there is pretty hard to catch up to.
Yeah, and if you do hit it, you're most likely hitting a foul ball. So.
Francis does not look like he is going to steal.
No, 1-2 is the count.
He is
There
stealing.
it goes.
It's a strikeout.
Strikeout.
And no throw.
Struck him out.
I read that one wrong. Usually we'll see him trying to extend the lead a little bit.
Yep.
Nice job of base running. A good pitch by Graham Gavin for the first out of the inning.
Very good. Nico Alves coming up. Third baseman. 1 out, runner on second. Alves looking to push the ball over.
Al's reach on an error last time up.
Ball's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Bellew.
Beverly would like to keep this run off the board in a close game like this.
Yeah.
This is the cat and mouse part right now for baseball lovers. You get middle infielder trying to hold him on.
Yep. Alves has a lot of space over there on the right side if he can just.
And he did hit over to second base last at bat, so.
See if they set up inside or outside on him. Looks like they're setting up outside.
And that pitch was up and in.
1-1's the count. Runner on second. Francis moving a lot out there on second. Could be distracting. Could be just as distracting to the batter. Set up outside again. Upstairs. Ball 2. 1-2.
See if the Panthers have any pickoff play here, where maybe they cycle Danny away, sneak the shortstop in. Might be ripe for that.
Fly ball straight up.
It's going to have to
Bellew
be.
going to try to make the play, and he can't reel it in. Foul. 2 strikes, though. That was a tough one. Jeremy Demers in the house. Those are tough ones for a catcher. Right above you. It's hard to locate at first. You get a little wind going on. Not an easy play. You know, and you usually end your infield, outfield drills with that kind of play.
Right. And that ball was backing up, too, with the wind. I think it started out, out over the field. I mean, Danny and Casey were both at the mound.
Yeah. All right, so we got a full count now. I don't think you got to worry about Francis going anywhere right now, but you never know. And he rings him up on an outside pitch. That's a tough one right there. That ball was outside, but...
Well, umpire has been very consistent with giving the outside pitch, so he's been giving both sides of the plate.
Well, the other thing is your catcher was set up outside.
Hit his target, right?
Yeah.
So this brings up the catcher, Maroney.
Trey Maroney.
Had a sacrifice bunt, his last at bat.
Yeah, Maroney with his first chance to swing the bat here. He had to lay down a sack bunt last time. I don't think they're going to have him bunting the ball right now, Al, with 2 outs.
Unless he's going to surprise everybody and bunt for a hit.
Ball in the dirt. Bellew with the stop. Bellew doing a nice job with the stop right there. You know, the Bellew family, friends with the McKays, and Griffin McKay, who was a pretty good catcher back in his day.
Indeed, and his brother Cal, is he?
Yeah, Cal's
on the
first
roster
baseman on the roster. Yep, that ball's upstairs. You wonder if Jonah learned anything from Griffin, hanging out on Fern Street all the time.
No. Family's very close.
The Fern Street posse.
Although Griff might have been fishing.
Yeah.
Instead of giving catching lessons.
3-0 is the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Gavin picking up 2 outs by way of the K, which has kind of been his thing today.
Yeah, he has 7 already through 3 2/3 innings.
Two 2-0 Beverly with the lead. That ball is a walk. All right. So we have first and second. That's his second walk of the inning. Coach Malaya going to go have a little talk with him.
Yeah, like we were talking earlier in the game, not quite sure how long he would go.
Yeah, he's at
I think
60-ish.
he's probably somewhere around. They were hoping maybe to get 4.
Yeah.
Early in the year, he did throw 3 innings on Saturday in the scrimmage, so
Cold day.
trying to just settle him down. He certainly has the capability to get out of this.
Yeah.
Are those the only 2 walks that he's had today, or both this inning, right?
Yep. Yeah, and that could be a little bit of fatigue playing its role right now.
Yeah, and it's early.
The cold on the hand. That's that in there for his strike. I prefer a more demonstrative umpire. I like the big wave of the arm or something. It's a little easier for us to tell what the pitch call was.
That's a strike.
2.
Yeah, he seems to like to have the hand in front of him, Rich, which is a
kind
little
of
hard
points
for
the
us.
pitch. Yeah, we like the hand up over
to the side.
over the shoulder, maybe off to the side or something. And Francis going. Yeah, ball's outside. Francis taking third, excuse me. That's his second stolen base this inning.
Jonah's going to have to keep everything in front of him.
Yep.
Graham's up in the count, though, 1-2.
And the runner's going. Steps off, looking over. And they steal second. Yeah, you got two runners in scoring position. Base hit could score two here.
Good play by Gloucester, putting a little pressure on, but Graham didn't take the bait. Stepped off, didn't balk. Just has to get up the batter.
1-2 count. Ball's in the dirt. Stopped by Bellew. 2-2 now. Second and third, 2 outs. Panthers leading 2-0.
I think Beverly has some action. I thought I saw a baseball in the bullpen. Can't tell who from here.
Graham just wants to focus on the batter here now. Let's see what he can do. That's a base hit. That's going to go to the wall. Nope, that's going to score 2. Ties the game up. All right, so Martell with the 2-out single, helping himself.
Indeed. Ties it all up 2-2 here in the 4th inning.
2 RBI.
Big 2-out knock.
Giacomo Martell. As a pitcher, you like to help yourself once in a while. Giacomo does exactly that. They're going to bring in a runner for Martell. Can't see who that is. Looks like number 11, which would be Nolan Aiello, another freshman on this squad. So regardless of what happens this year for the Fishermen, the future's looking pretty bright. They got a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen already getting some playing time. They only have a couple seniors, too. Foul ball. Ben Mello. As I said, not a lot of seniors. Mello's one of them.
Had a nice play defensively over at second earlier in the game.
Yep.
Struck out swinging back in the second inning.
So we got ourselves a game again. Thrown over. Safe over there. Runner's going. Drives that to center. Koloski's right there, camps under it to end the inning. But the Panthers give up 2. And it's now a tie ball game after 3.5.
Yeah, the old adage that walks hurt. Both walks score in that inning.
Yeah.
Nice piece of hitting, though.
Well, you know, it was walks and stolen bases. Braden Prince doing a nice job, stealing some bases, getting the excitement going for the team. And then you got that other stolen base there from Maroney, who just picked up. That was the Maroney steal. That was just a recognition kind of thing.
Right.
You see what's going on. You're giving it to you.
Yeah, not looking over to him and, you know, thinking maybe if he steps off and throws to second, the guy comes home.
Yeah.
A lot of things can happen. Throw it in center field, balk, you know, put a little pressure on Beverly, and by getting himself in a scoring position, we have a tie game.
Yeah, and that's, you know, like I said, talking with Coach Gentile before the game, he said, you know, you got to make stuff happen out there. You got to, you know, put the ball in play. Now, granted, 2 walks, not really putting the ball in play, but a walk's as good as a hit. As they
Walks
like
as good as hit. Well, it extended the inning, so Giacomo could do his thing.
Yeah. Giacomo hasn't thrown a lot of pitches in this game either. He's somewhere in the 30s. Again, you know, nothing official coming from my pitch count. I have to bring one of the math teachers from my school. Or some kid from elementary school who can count. One or the other. But Gavin, he was up over 60. I got him at 66-ish.
Yeah, I would.
So I'm going to guess that's his last inning.
Yeah, I would think. Danny Pierce is going to lead off.
Okay, yep.
The second baseman.
Danny hit a fly ball to right field last time. Bottom of the fourth. Foul ball right there. Bottom of the fourth, 2-2. Kind of game you expect with these two teams in this kind of weather. This is very typical of what we see.
Yeah, typically it is, Beverly Gloucester game is typically close.
Yeah. Whoops.
1-1.
1-1. Breaking ball on the outside. And Danny actually bailing on it a little bit, but. Ball 2 outside.
Yeah, there's been some, great rivalry in baseball dating back to when you coached Little League with that great Beverly Little League team that went to the state final.
Yeah, and then the Gloucester team went the next year. Right?
I know I was on the wrong side of that.
That's right.
Coaching.
Sorry about that.
One of more memorable games at Harry Ball. Extra inning battle.
So, yeah.
And
always had some good games.
And that was the if game, as a matter of fact, that Gloucester won in extra innings.
Yep. All right. Oh, struck him out. Danny thought it was a ball. He was ready to go.
Well, that's consistently been a strike, though. So.
Yeah, at this point, second time around, now you know the umpire is calling that, so you got to start swinging at it.
That brings up Micah McManus, who was a victim to that outside strike, his first at bat. Nice swing there.
Got himself a bounce. Oh, Mello can't make the play.
That's a tough one to score.
Yeah, I'm giving that a hit.
Okay. Well, I am too, since his grandparents are big fans of BevCam. We're going to give that a base hit then.
That's a grandparent hit right there.
All right.
Don't worry, Micah, you earned it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was routine. He had to get down on the ground to stop it.
It took a weird hop. He had to, almost got away there. Nice play by the first baseman.
And Rich, while we're reminiscing down Little League Lane, I'm remiss of another a Panther graduate who's playing college baseball. It just came to mind.
Ball outside.
Sammy Armbruster.
All right.
Sammy
How can we forget Sammy?
Sammy is the everyday third baseman over at Suffolk University. He's not playing
catcher this year.
He is not.
Good for him.
He fell in due to injury, of course. Yeah. Showing his versatility and getting himself in the lineup as a freshman last year. Connor Conley with his first hit of the year through the 5-6 hole. And Beverly, after giving up 2 runs, has back-to-back hits for the DH, Mikey Giello. Hit a sharp ground ball that Ben Mello made a great, very good quality play on.
Yeah. We got 1 out, first and second. Finally, McManus on the bases. Finally, McManus sounds like an Irish law firm. It's like a Boston law firm. Setting up outside on him. Oh, strokes that ball deep, and the wind keeps it down. The runner was stealing on the play, so he's not able to tag up.
Boy, Mikey put a charge into that one.
Nice job by the right fielder, Bushy, tracking that down. Yeah, he did. Hit that ball pretty good. F9. He's been pretty active out there in right field, Bushy. Jonah Bellew now with 2 outs. Throws over to first. Oh, almost.
That was close.
Yeah, closer than it needed to be.
First baseman started off, though, and he kind of came in, didn't he? So,
I snuck in behind.
First base coach there, hopefully keeping him alert. Ooh, big hook.
Ooh.
Wow. That ball had some movement.
Yeah, Jonah wasn't ready for that one, I don't think.
Well, he didn't flinch, that's for sure. Yeah. He hung in there, but
the Bellews don't flinch. They're like the Don Baylor of Beverly baseball. All of them. They'll take the ball off the back. I don't have a problem with that. Outside. 1-1.
Beverly trying to answer with its own 2-out hit here in the bottom of the fourth in a 2-2 game.
Breaking ball. Ooh. That was the ball.
It was indeed. It was called the ball.
Let's call it.
Looked good from up here.
Called the ball, yeah.
Good leave by Jonah.
Yep. 3-1.
3-1. Hit his count. Probably looking for a fastball here if I were him.
Yep.
Maybe middle out. Something to drive in that right center field gap.
Ball 4. Walks him loaded for Koloski, top of the order. Jonah Belly with a nice at-bat right there. All the runners going now. Everybody's going to be running with 2 outs.
Devins reached twice, walk and scored in the first inning, and reached on error and scored in the third. Looking to be the RBI man in the fourth.
That ball's down in the dirt.
Again, a first pitch curveball from Giacomo.
Just it feels like it's cooling down a little. Huh?
I was going to say I'm chilly, and the breeze is picking up just a pinch.
Made the mistake of leaving the other jacket in the car. That's a strike. You know, it's these early games where you got to bring like 2 or 3 jackets with you. Yes. Either to layer or to pack on, either, change them up or pack some more on. That ball's in the dirt. Ball 2.
A lot of curveballs.
1 and 2's, 2 and 1's the count. Bases loaded. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 4th. In case you're just joining us, our scoreboard's not working over there. Ball 3. Yeah, that looked like a ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Low and away.
3-1. As they say, I gotta love it.
Yeah. And he swings at that, almost took out the on-deck hitter.
Big hack there.
All right, so bases loaded, full count, 2 outs. What's happening here, Al? What's going to happen?
Well, all 3 bad runners need to make sure that the pitcher doesn't try anything tricky. Make sure he makes his move to the plate, and off you go. There he is.
Yep, fakes the throw.
Good
Everybody
job.
was aware, though. Not much. Your third base, guy on third base, he doesn't really have to do much because base hit's going to knock him in anyway. It's the other runners that really get the running start. Fouls it up. Interestingly enough, nobody was really going on that pitch.
Do we have the count wrong?
No, I don't think so. Very well could be. No, it's a full count. I think they were just aware, worrying about the fake. Slide step. Fouls that one off. Gets himself a quad. Tells over 50 pitches now, I believe.
I am fascinated, though, that we're not going here on the pitch if it's 3-2, because...
Yeah, nobody's really going. Oh, foul ball. Almost had it down the line there. Now, if that ball's fair, if the runner's going, he's probably going to score from first base.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going on that. I mean, it's foul ball, so it doesn't really matter. Now maybe it'll send him. Don't want to get caught off balance. And, ooh, almost hit him. Gloucester going to get out of there. Picks up an RBI. Almost getting his head taken off.
And Beverly retakes the lead. Micah McManus coming in. Score the 3rd Panther run of the day.
2-out walk.
Brings up John Reyes, who's reached on an infield hit and an error.
And as you said, Al, walks kill. Now Koloski's getting himself a lead. Is that a ball?
That's a ball. Ball up high. Interestingly, no action in the Gloucester bullpen.
I know. They figure he'll get out of this one right here, I guess. Foul ball.
It's not going to be a problem.
1-1's the count. 2 outs. Bases loaded still. 3-2 Panthers with the lead. Bottom of the 4th.
No, that's probably easy to miss.
Giacomo Martel on the mound. Facing Jay Reyes.
Ooh. Thought he was going to hang in there and get an HBP.
Yeah.
That broke late.
It was a ball, though, right?
Yes, sir.
I think Jonah Bellew would have leaned into that one. Casey definitely would have. Casey Bellew, that is. Not Casey McGrath. Foul ball. 2-2's the count.
We could get Mark to do it, I think. Yeah, he is.
2 outs.
You want me to go get him?
2-2. Breaking ball. Fouls it off. Nice job fighting off that breaking ball right there.
I was just going to comment on that. He didn't give up on that. It was probably going to be a called strike. It was down and in.
Yeah, he had
a good
to
job
swing
of
it.
fouling it off. Should be 3-2, right, Rich?
Yep. Now, I expect Koloski to be running at least. I don't know about the rest of those guys, but I'm sure Devin will be going. Nope, wasn't. Fouls it off. Yeah, they're not going on the pitch. So I saw my friend Pete Albano Electric. He gave me a hat. One size fits all.
You should put it on.
Well, it doesn't really fit.
One size fits most.
I mean, I may have to stretch it out a little to fit it on my noggin. I've never been known as one with the oversized skull, but making me wonder. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs. And the runners go, and another walk brings in another run. Connolly comes in. That's going to make it 4-2.
Beverly immediately getting those 2 runs back that they gave up in the top half of the inning. Gonna create a trip to the mound.
Yeah, so the inning started with a strikeout. McManus and Connolly with back-to-back hits. Then a fly out, and then Bellew and Koloski with back-to-back walks, and then Reyes with another walk right there. So 3 walks in a row.
And that flyout was probably the hardest hit ball in the inning by Mike Giello.
Yeah. Still nobody warming up in the bullpen. Ball's outside.
Number 3 batter, Charlie Salerno, looking to break this open for the Panthers.
Salerno's had 2 fielder's choices today. Ball 2.
Actually, that was a ground ball, 6-3 RBI.
Oh, right, that's right. It wasn't a fielder's choice. It was 6-3. Fouls that off.
You know what's going to happen to the scoreboard, King, if it starts raining?
1-2.
I believe so.
It's in front of the scoreboard.
He's kind of busy shivering
2-1.
over here.
I think it's 2-1.
Gets wet.
And hit him.
That hits him.
There's our RBI.
He's not diving out of the way. Picks up another RBI. That's his second of the day. RBI the hard way, I guess. All right, now we're going to get someone warming up.
Beverly goes on top 5-2. And that will bring up, with the bases loaded for the second time today, the cleanup hitter, Casey McGrath. Casey drove in the first run of the game with a fielder's choice. And then he struck a ball that hung up in the air to right field as well.
So the Panthers with 3 runs this inning on 3 walks, 2 hits, and a hit batter. And Al's going to make the play over at third to end the inning. 5 unassisted. Which scorekeepers like that last out right there because they hate having to go into the next inning on the scoreboard.
As Beverly did send all 9 batters, right?
Yeah.
So that was no, who got forced out? Johnny Reyes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 full in the books. Panthers retake the lead up 5-2 as things are starting to get a little chillier here, at least for your announcing crew. Here
and
at
that's
Beverly
one
High.
of the things that BevCam brings to the community. You get to watch the game from the comfort of your home.
Well, it's funny.
While we're freezing.
It's funny that you say that, Rich, because last evening I started listening to the Salem Evening News podcast. Doing kind of a preview of what's coming up in the paper with all of the all-star teams and the prospective looks at the seasons for the different sports. And the discussion turned to weather and weather in New England for the early spring sports. Yeah. And the moderator asked Matt Williams about that. And one of his comments he goes, that he likes when the games are covered live because he can just sit in his car and watch the game on the phone.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of Twitter activity based on these feeds that we got going on here. And, a lot of it comes back to COVID, right? A lot of the coverage that BevCam does, we didn't necessarily do before the whole COVID thing. So, we started doing baseball games. We cover a lot more of the fall season stuff.
Right. Looks like we have Micah McManus is in for Graham Gavin, so that'll close the book on Graham. Graham stands to be the winner here, having left 5-2. We'll give you some tallies in a little bit, but I think he ends with 7 strikeouts in those 4 innings.
7 would be correct, Al.
Okay, lucky 7.
And
Malden High School math major there, Rich, counting those up wasn't too difficult.
And the good thing for Graham is he only gave up the 2 walks. Those were in that last inning. Now McManus going to deal here. That's a foul ball. We got Nico Alves. I think I might have missed something on the scoreboard.
Okay, let's. There's a swing and miss. That's number 5, who is Bucci.
Oh no, right. Okay, so nope, I'm right. I was looking at the position in the scorebook instead of the number
of the batter.
Right,
Got
so
you.
2 strikes on.
It's early, Rich. It does take us a little while to warm up.
When I'm mid-season form. Reyes with a nice play, nice throw, nice stretch.
You talk about mid-season form. That's a quality play there by J. Ray, having to charge that, throws off his back foot. That looks like a play in the middle of August, not at the beginning of April.
And Casey McGrath with a nice little stretch there. Almost kind of doing a split over there.
I think that was a split.
Yeah.
I'll go all the way. I'll go full split.
Full split, okay. When I was playing first base, first time I ever did a split, it was not intentional. My foot came out from under me. And I just did a split. But then that kind of became my thing. I could do a split.
Hopefully you were young enough that you didn't get hurt.
Correct. I think I'm feeling it now. All right, so this is a new batter we got here, number 4 for.
So he's pinch hitting for Simmons.
Lucas Albano, who I had mentioned earlier. His father Peter gave me a hat that I just saw Wayne Morris, Zach Morris's dad, wearing. So maybe I'll have to try it on at some point. If it gets a little colder, I may go to the hat.
Okay.
And that ball is going to get down for a hit. Albano, his first hit of the season.
Rich, this is Gloucester's first game as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. I assumed it was.
All right, Severino coming to the plate now. strike. Albano's wearing number 4. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
I don't think Albano quite had the look on that. That broke away, kind of screened on that. So he remains at first base.
2 strikes on the batter. Throwing over.
First base coach for Gloucester getting out of the way there, just in case.
Dave Quinn, first base coach over there.
Keeping the book and coaching first. Multitasking.
No kidding. Bet you he doesn't know the pitch count, though. Ball's in the dirt. Bellew with the stop there. Well, see, they got a pitching coach to do that.
That's true.
So everybody's got a job.
Who's warming up in the pen? Who's number 7? Is that 17?
Number 17, Charlie Amaro. Amaro was playing the outfield. He was being DH'd for. He's
right out.
Amaro's the left fielder. Charles Amaro, as it says on the roster. And I like to pronounce the names as written, so it's Charles Amaro.
Run is going.
Run is going. Struck him out. Not going to make a play.
That's
Marino
2 outs.
Down swinging. 2 outs. Stolen base for Albano. Albano's a sophomore. Again, we talked about it. It's a young team.
Yes.
But a lot of kids getting action here.
This brings up Braden Francis, the number 3 batter.
Well, he's been on base both times today. Inside for a ball.
A double, a walk, and a run scored. I assume Micah will pitch him carefully here. Try to hit his spots.
That's up and over the shortstop. Kolosky getting a run start on it. They're going to throw it home. Oh, and he throws it to the backstop. I think he might have, if he let that go, he might have been able to get him.
Yeah, that
would have been close.
It was starting to tail up the line, but obviously with the headphones on, couldn't hear the call here. So that's a second hit and an RBI for Braden Francis.
Yep. Albano scores the run.
Making that pinch hit appearance count. It's a foul ball coming back our way. This is the DH, Matt Smith.
Smith has a double. Nope, that was Francis.
He has a double strikeouts.
How to spin that, Al? Thank you.
I know what you meant.
I hadn't completed the sentence.
5-3 now as Gloucester claws one back. Here in the top of the 5th. Those at home, scoreboard not working. Trying to keep you up to date here as best we can. Scoreboard's too cold to work today, Rich.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that one gets through. Runner's going to move to third. Okay. 1-2 is the count. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Connolly scooping it up. Can't make the play. Smith motoring down the line. What are you calling that, Al?
Yeah, I think I have to give that an error.
Yeah.
The ball did come up funny and kind of got caught in his arm, but a good throw would have got him in case he just not able to dig that out.
So another run scores. 2 runs in this inning. Running on first now, 2 outs.
We now have a 5-4 game.
Nico Alves up at bat. Swing and a miss. Coach going to have a little talk with him.
Rich, have you had an opportunity to watch the Red Sox yet this year?
I have not.
The Red Sox starting pitching has been outstanding in their first 5 games.
I have seen that. Rip that ball. Foul ball.
I was going to say, I don't know what the coach said to him, but I'd like to find out.
Yeah. Hit the ball.
But fortunately for the Beverly faithful, just outside the lines there.
2 strikes now on Alves.
Yeah, up 0-2.
Runner on first. Left-handed pitcher. Hard to get much of a lead on. McManus has a decent move. We've seen him pick some guys off last year.
He's going.
Like
there's a pickoff. Let's see how the throw is.
Hit the
Popped
runner.
out. Yeah, I think it
hit the runner.
No, I thought it popped out of his glove. Okay.
So that goes down as a stolen base. McManus had him leaning, got what he wanted. Good base running there, getting the path of the fielder. Runner on second now. 2 outs. Breaking ball outside. 2-2 now. Not 2-1. 1-2. Get 1-2. Base hit should score the run here. I gotta get a timeout.
I think that was called by the batter.
Yeah, looked like it. Pitch. Ground ball. Slow roller. Connolly scooping it. Double clutch. Makes the play. And nice job by McGrath coming off the bag. Kept his foot on there. Tagged the runner anyway. Got him 2 ways. Only needed 1. So we got a 5-3 to end the inning. But the Fishermen pick up 2 to make it 5-4.
5-4 after 4.5. We get a typical Beverly Gloucester game here, Rich. A little back and forth, get a little bit of breathing room. Other team comes back.
Yep. Yeah, that really is
how
it seems to work with these 2
years,
teams.
yeah.
You know, the pitcher is actually doing a nice job out there, but somehow teams manufacture some runs. We're going to see a new pitcher out there. Can't tell who that is. That
should have been.
That is not. I don't think that's a Miro. Actually, it looks like Francis. Can't really tell. Yeah, because that's looks like Lucas Albano is over there at shortstop.
Number 13, is that Braden?
Yes. And
it is indeed.
Martell moved over to first base. So he stays in the game. Albano had come in
And Amaro
for Simmendinger.
still in left.
Yep. And Albano had come in for Simmendinger. He'll move to short while Francis moves to the mound. Braden, I know, has done a lot of work during the offseason. He's bulked up a little bit.
You haven't been coaching him, have you? Okay. I know you have dual allegiances on a day like today, so.
Hey, I'll help anybody who asks, but I think there are a few more qualified pitching coaches out there he could be working with.
I'll see you guys for the next game.
All right.
Okay, Mark.
As we bid adieu to Mark Lehman, one of our key camera guys, is working the photography today.
Going with still photos today.
Yeah. Yep.
Going with still photos.
Oh, yeah.
Not behind the video camera.
Well, this thing must have got moved because I was supposed to work this week.
Tomorrow.
Yes, the game did get moved.
Because of the weather.
Yeah.
With the storm coming in, they have a little flexibility to move games up at the beginning of the year. So I don't know those can happen during the year, but first game of the year.
If you look at the radar.
It's close, right? The rain's close.
All right, so we're getting some weather reports, and the radar is not looking too good for us.
Well, we knew it'd be. It's an official game. Although, but we can go.
Yeah.
Remember that that happened last year with that with the Andover game.
Yes, right.
But we came back to finish it 2 days later, even though it was official
Yeah.
I forget what that rule was, but I guess there are no suspended games or something. Or
Yeah. Was that a
no,
because the game had some kind of bearings on the?
Can't remember.
It had something to do with the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't a playoff game though.
No.
No, we came back.
But it had some kind of bearing on the rankings or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, because usually if you have a game that's an official game and the rain comes,
Yeah.
was it something that also got dark? So they said it was suspended because of darkness and
I
not
think
rain.
it was darkness.
Darkness and not
Yeah,
weather or
right,
something.
right.
So that's why or something.
That's what it was.
It was
Al.
raining, but it was dark.
It had gotten dark. Right? Was that the
Yeah,
game
ga-
that the
that-
team came late or something?
Yes, they did
Yeah.
come late. Yeah. They came very late, as a matter of fact.
Right. Yes. There was at least one game where the team was very late. I think it was either Andover or Methuen. There was a game that started like more than an hour late. But anyway, that's last season.
And this
Now
season,
we're in this season. We got Danny Pierce up at bat.
in the top of the fifth inning.
And Danny took a strike right there. Braden Francis out there on the mound now. Okay, that's the ball.
Went to the breaking ball.
Yep, a little hesitation from the crowd on that one. 1-1's the count.
It's a dribbler.
Little bleeder. Francis plays his position, and he gets the out at first. It's a 1-3 out. He's scoring at home.
Or if you're scoring here.
Yes. All right, we're going to see McManus. He's the pitcher now.
Micah has struck out, singled, and scored a run.
That ball's upstairs. Ball 1. Ball 2. Francis throws pretty hard as well. See, this is where we need Dom to tell us who he pitches like. Ground ball to first. Martell's going to make it a play. Flips it over to Francis. That's going to be a 3-1 put out. Whereas the last at bat was a 1-3.
This brings up Connor Conley, the Beverly third baseman.
Connor walked and scored his last at bat. I'm sorry, base hit and scored in his last at bat. That ball's outside. Wind's starting to pick up, and it feels like it's starting now to blow towards center field.
We don't have the flag out yet.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling it on the back of my neck, so that's how I tell.
Yeah, it was in
It's
our
like the old
face earlier.
fisherman, it's like the old fisherman thing. Yeah? They'll tell you what the weather is from their knees. You can look at radar all you want. Just find an old fisherman, an old Gloucester fisherman, and say, what's the weather like? They'll tell you whether it's big storms coming or not.
Ooh,
Breaking ball.
Big 12-6 curveball.
Nice big breaking ball right there. With a 2-0 count, too.
I don't know for sure yet, but it might have to.
2-1 count now. Ruckama, the heater.
Yeah, he elevated that fastball. Connor just couldn't catch up to it. Nice inning for Braden Francis, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And nice inning for those out in the cold who are looking for the game to pick up some speed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Looks like Mike McManus is back out there on the bump for the 6th inning. After 5 full, Beverly 5, Gloucester 4. Yeah, Rich, the Sox have got off to a decent start. I know the Red Sox faithful are not expecting much.
Well,
with
yeah.
the purse strings having been tightened up and whatnot. But
And I heard on the news, speaking of the Red Sox, Larry Lucchino passed away today.
Yeah, I saw that as breaking news. Unfortunately, I think he was still chairman of the Jimmy Fund, as a matter of fact. He had been a cancer survivor on numerous occasions. I didn't realize it, but he was credited with being the guy behind renovating and building several ballparks, including Polar Field.
Polar Field, yeah.
I didn't realize that.
He was the GM of the Woo Sox.
Yeah.
You know, I know one of those things is typical of Boston sports radio. There was a lot of criticism of Lucchino, and the guys on the radio, they just like to talk bad pretty much about everybody. But at the very least, he kind of led the Red Sox through that early 2000s where they
he was there for the first three championships.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So you got to give him credit there.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting as I was reading the article about him. He actually played basketball at Princeton with Bill Bradley.
Really? Okay.
Also played baseball.
Dollar Bill?
Senator.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah. McGrath getting in, making the play.
Nice job.
Goes to the turf to make the play. That was Maroney. Little F3. Okay, now we got
Giacomo Martel.
First baseman now, Giacomo Martel.
He had the big hit, 2 RBI single, his last at bat.
Yes, he did.
You think the lacrosse team has an away game today? I don't see.
They may not be playing today.
I don't see anybody out there practicing though either.
Oh yeah, that's true. They probably are.
Maybe they get a scrimmage or a first game.
Well, if the boys are away, the girls are at home. So
yeah, I don't see the girls either. Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. Then again, non-league games maybe. They might both be on the road.
Oh, big curveball by Micah.
Breaking ball. Sit them down. That's a nice breaking ball right there from Micah.
I think Micah did pitch a little bit on Saturday against a little Catholic.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Pretty much, I think they got most of their pitchers in at some point.
A little bit of work.
Yeah, I spent a little too much time talking movies and such with Jay Bellew. And they had him played pretty well over there.
Is that maybe Scotty Kwiatek who was in right field and maybe snuck in there?
Possible.
Has Ben Mello hit a fly ball there? I think that might be.
We did see with Gavin coming out, someone had to go in.
All right. After 5.5, the score remains Beverly 5, Gloucester 4. Let's take a peek and see who Beverly has coming up in the bottom of the inning, Rich. DH Mikey Giello will lead things off if he is still in there. He is indeed. Mike has hit the ball hard a couple of times, but nothing to show for it, but putting some good swings on it. And then due up is Jonah Bellew, and then back to the top of the order with Devin Kolosky as Beverly hits in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, Larry Lucchino, back to him. He was responsible for the Camden Yards project.
Yep, that's right.
Funny little story with, can't remember if it was Charles Kennedy or Sam Kennedy, one of the Kennedys, who was with who came to Boston with Lucchino, and he asked Larry if they were going to build a new park in Boston. And Lucchino was, haven't you learned anything from me yet? Because as what he likes is he doesn't like the sterile steel and concrete parks.
Yeah, right.
And, what was it? You don't mess with the Mona Lisa or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, and Camden Yards was that new stadium that was really the first of all these new stadiums.
But he integrated the real yards into it,
right,
and he wanted, he didn't want, so it was a beautiful field. And I believe he's also responsible for Petco in San Diego.
Okay, yep.
The Fenway renovation, those to Worcester, and I might be missing, I thought there were 5, maybe there were 4.
Well,
But-
and the thing about the Camden Yards, that was all part of like an urban renewal in that area.
Right.
That was a place where, you were told if you go to Baltimore, you don't go down in that area, that waterfront area. So that kind of revived that area. All right, so Mikey Jello, that's going to be up, heads up.
Heads up there, folks.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
he makes the
nice
grab.
catch. Big props over the shoulder with his bat to the pitcher's mound. It must be a catcher.
Is that Nick Giannino?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's not.
Nick was here earlier, though, I think.
That's Ryan Hull, former Gloucester High School. I think that's Ryan Hull. I can't tell. My eyes are just not what they used to be, so I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to have anybody at home say, you're all wrong. Some guy.
You already took enough flack about the pitch count.
I know, yeah, I know. That's a guy who looks like a guy, but I know. Ground ball, and Francis making the play. It helps to have a shortstop out there playing pitcher.
Yeah, he's looked good. I mean, that ground ball that was hit earlier by Micah McManus to first base, he got off that mound in a flash.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so I almost said it. Jonah Bellew.
Almost said Casey.
Almost said Casey. Strike one.
Jonah making his Beverly varsity debut today as he walked and scored a run in his last at bat.
Strike two. Jonah's done a nice job behind the plate. He's got the bruises to show it. Outside. Francis geared up on that one.
Some of the youth lacrosse players coming in.
Fouls it off.
Rich, your daughter ever play lacrosse growing up here in Beverly?
She did 1 year in high school.
My daughter played 1 year of youth lacrosse.
Yep, Natalia played 1 year of high school. An interesting story on that one. The parents are allowed to stand on the sidelines in a JV game anyway. And my wife is watching and she's telling Natalia, go get the ball. But in lacrosse, you can only have so many people on each side of the field. So the referee stopped to my wife. Struck him out. And they're going to throw down to first. Inside throw. And they got him. The referee looked at my wife and said, so, this your first time watching? My wife's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I can tell. Stop telling her to go for the ball. She can't cross this line. My wife was like, okay.
Oops.
Never mind.
Oops. I was just being supportive.
Yeah, exactly.
Brings up the top of the order, and Devin Koloski.
Fouls that one off.
Devin has walked and scored a run in the first inning, reached on an error and scored a run in the third inning, and had a bases-loaded RBI walk in the fourth.
Yep. So he's got 2 runs and an RBI in the game. He's the leadoff guy. He's the table setter, and he's pretty much done that today. Curveball outside. 1-1 now.
Following a pretty good table setter a few years back, if I remember, your son Griff batted in that leadoff spot and was always on base.
Yeah, he had himself a pretty good season that last year.
Had quite the OBP. Griff doing a little part-time commentating over the winter for basketball on BevCam.
And, maybe when he gets back from college, if there's an opening, one of the games, maybe we'll get him in there.
Absolutely. One of my favorite nights over the winter when the boys were home is the two of us stepping away and Brendan Frost and Griff and my son Ian Visnick covering a girls game or two.
Great, yeah.
That's
Drives
it,
that ball to center, but Severino's there to make the play to end the inning. Brandon Francis settling things down a little bit.
Six up and 6 down.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 6 innings are in the books, folks. Beverly with a 1-run lead, 5-4. As Micah McManus heads out there to try to get the 3 hardest outs in baseball. Gloucester, due up for Gloucester, the number 9 hitter.
Yep, Austin Bushy.
And then Albano, who went in as a pinch hitter.
And then Severino.
9-1-2, as they say.
Now, it'll be interesting to see, will we see a pinch hitter with one of these guys coming up?
I think all 3 batters are righties, I think.
Yep.
So it wouldn't be a righty for a lefty. It would have to be if coach thinks he maybe can catch lightning in a bottle. I don't know what he has for right-handed pinch hitters over there, obviously.
Yeah, they don't write that stuff in the lineups that they give us.
Yeah. I guess it's going to depend on the, preseason interviews.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Bushy is going to be hitting, so.
And I do have confirmation that Scott Quietek is in right field.
Okay.
I caught his number as he went out there.
All righty.
The rest of the alignment remains the same. Right, he needed to go in right field when Micah came in for Graham.
Yep. All right, so Austin Bushy hoping to get on base here. He's 0 for 2 today. Trying to get something going here for the fisherman. And he fouls that one off. Oops. Man, it's making the play. He's going to throw over to first, and you get the first batter out.
On the PFP. Nice job. That kind of was right exactly at him. He had to kind of go down awkwardly, but he made a nice stab and a quality throw.
Makes the play. Now we got Lucas Albano coming up.
Lucas made the most of his pinch hit appearance last time up, getting a base hit. Good night and little rally, score and run.
Breaking ball outside, ball 1.
Making coach look good.
Yeah, right. Strike 1. 1-1's the count. Pitch from McManus. Strike 2. The ball just kind of got away from the batter.
Yeah, looked like it had some good action, started tailing away from him. Bellevue lined up way outside.
And McGrath getting over there to make the play.
Good job by Lucas making contact with that, but great location on the pitch.
I think that ball was kind of tailing away, got off the end of the bat, really not much to do. 2 outs now.
But he was protecting with 2 strikes.
Yep. Jalen Severino, 0 for 3 on the day. Looking to make something happen, keep it going. Breaking ball outside. There were question marks about Severino, whether he's actually going to be able to play this season, because you can see that knee brace on there. And he's got speed, but that knee brace may not have it, and he beats it out. All right, so it's a
infield hit.
Infield hit. Interestingly enough, if Severino doesn't have that knee injury, they don't even throw the ball. He's that fast that they wouldn't even have had a chance at him. He's still recovering from that injury. He got that during football season. So.
This is the one guy you do not want to see up if you're a Beverly Panther faithful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Braden Francis has been Mr. All-Around today for Gloucester. He has 2 hits. He has an RBI, 2 runs scored, and has been masterful in relief.
Strike. Yep. And his other at-bat was a walk.
And here is the best of high school baseball right here. Beverly 1 out away from its first win of the season, tying run on first.
Slide step. That ball is going to tail away from the right field. That ball's down. And he skipped away. The run scores.
Oh, here's the play at the plate.
Oh, he's in. Okay. Now the run scores. Severino scoring from first base on the ball that dropped in front of the right fielder, and he kind of kicked it a little bit. Ball got away, gave Severino an opportunity on that hobbled leg to come all the way around to tie the game at 5. Braden Francis, another hit, is on second base now.
And he advances into scoring position.
Yep. So it's a single, and he got second base and another RBI. And strike 2.
That was a tough chance there. That ball just fell in the line, and then it kicked out. And then, like you say, had maybe a little help going a little further away.
He's going ground ball. It's going to be a tough play. He's running. Francis running all the way around. Does he get him? He calls him safe at first. You could see Braden Francis did not hesitate. Knew they were going to make the throw to first base. Now Gloucester takes the lead, 6-5, on some really aggressive, good base running by the Gloucester Fishermen. Braden Francis just getting it all done today for the Fishermen. That's an infield single for Smith. And you give him an RBI now, I guess.
Yeah, his second hit, for Smith. That's his first hit. Yeah, in an RBI, absolutely.
Yeah. He got on by an error last time.
Alves is at the plate. Reached on an error, struck out, and grounded out. His 4th at bat of the day.
An interesting inning, to say the least.
No, we get the first 2 outs. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
we got another pick.
They throw it over, and they got him. And he's out cut stealing to end the inning. But the Fishermen pick up 2 to take the lead. Almost didn't pencil in one of the runs this week.
So Beverly now going to have some work to do.
Yeah. So let's take a look at that inning. First 2 batters get out. Severino gets up. He's got 2 strikes on him. He got a swinging bunt that he beat out, hobbling down the line. And then the next batter gets up and hits a little bloop over into right field that gets kicked around a little bit. Severino's able to score all the way from first and put the lead runner, the go-ahead runner on second base. And then ground ball to shortstop. It's going to be a tough play, and Francis just goes all the way around. You could see the coach waving him through. He didn't hesitate at all on third base. And tough play for Reyes to get the guy out because it wasn't a hard-hit ground ball in the hole. And the runner beat it out. So Beverly is down a run now. And you got Braden Francis on the mound.
Who has thrown, seen 6 batters in relief and has set all 6 down. Yeah. So he's been perfect so far. And he has put himself in a position, to use a soccer term, as man of the match.
Yeah. Okay, so Beverly's got coming up the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Reyes, Salerno, McGrath.
And once again, another back and forth Beverly Gloucester early season game under not quite baseball weather conditions, but so far so good with it being dry.
It's New England baseball weather. Especially New England high school
baseball weather. That's true. That is true.
It's past 6 o'clock now. 6:09. But, Al, it's not dark yet, which is always nice this time of year.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of time left for that, but you never know.
Yeah,
we could have extra innings.
That's true. And it's overcast, which means it is a little darker than it would be if it was sunny. So All right, so Jonathan Reyes. Jay Reyes. He had a hit to start in his first at-bat. Reached on an error. He's reached on a walk, so he's been on base
3 times.
all 3 times.
As he looks to get on here as the Panthers looking to scratch that run back. Big over-the-top curveball catches the outside part of the plate. Reyes now down 1-2.
1-2. Francis likes that curveball. That. And fouls it off. Stays alive on that. Coach coming out to check on his catcher. He's okay.
I think the coach might have been questioning whether he did tip that or not.
Okay, all right.
Although the umpire was on that pretty quickly, that's for sure.
The catcher did take a shot there. Struck him out. Speaking of the catcher, Maroney's done a nice job behind the plate for the Fisherman. Freshman in his first varsity game.
Oh, freshman.
He's
Freshman
yeah.
catcher. Very good. That brings up Charlie Salerno, who's reached on an error. Had an RBI ground out.
It's going to be a tough one, and left field is going to get to it. Amaro making the play. Panthers down to their last at-bat here. Casey McGrath up at bat.
Panthers going to need to replicate what the Fishermen did in the top of the inning with 2 outs.
2-out rally.
If they are going to extend the game. 8 in a row set down in relief by Francis.
Curveball in for a strike. That was a nice little bender right there.
You know, I'm a homer, want to see Beverly come back, but I have to admire the speed with which Francis delivers the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite as quick as Noah Guanci.
No,
but
nobody moved through the game like Noah, but yeah, he doesn't waste it. Now, one thing I want to note, I want to point out, and I should have pointed this out earlier, at the foul ball, the Panthers, the Fishermen, use a device now, which calls the pitch. So the coach has a little thing on the bench.
Oh, like they do in MLB now?
Yeah, and he relays it to the catcher, who then gives a sign to the pitcher. They don't have that thing in the hat or anything like that, but it moves the game a lot quicker. And on days like today, you like to see a game move a lot quicker.
But I will gladly stay out here longer if the Panthers can come back and extend this.
All right. McGrath looking to extend the inning. Breaking ball, ground ball, tough play, and he can't make the play. Oh, skips by him. McGrath going to get to second base. So we got a base hit with an error. And move Casey McGrath to second base. So now you get the tying run on second base with Danny Pierce up. Pierce is 0 for 3. And coach going to go talk to the whole team, the whole infield anyway.
Rich, what do you think here? You have first base open. Do you walk Pierce? Do you put a force on? Or do you go ahead knowing that he's 0 for 3, young guy making his debut today? What's your call?
Well, you know, I think you've got a pretty good pitcher in Braden Francis, who can be a strikeout pitcher, and I think you tell Braden, go get him.
Okay.
Deal with the batter. Don't mess around.
Especially when you have a lefty in the on-deck circle.
Yeah.
That would give them a little advantage.
I mean, don't put anything over the plate. right? You work the corners.
Yeah.
And you try to get the guy out. Just don't let anything go right down the middle. That ball is down.
Second baseman is keeping Casey McGrath close. Plenty of room on the right side for Danny Pierce.
Coach Cahill likes to teach his guys to go the other way, too. Ball 2 to Pierce.
So maybe this is the
hole. He's got a hole over there.
Maybe this is the intentional walk.
Could
maybe.
Be. Could be.
We'll see.
Ball 3. Nope.
Ooh.
Ooh, boy. A little gift there, huh? Now he's got a strike. Now you start to go after. Breaking ball.
Hit up the middle.
Up the middle. He's can't make the play. The run's going to come around. The throw home is going to get cut off.
Danny Pierce checking in as a freshman, not a freshman, as his first year in varsity. Big hit for the White Sox graduate, Rich. Just throw that out there one more time.
There you go. And now maybe they should have listened to you on the walk. All right, so Pierce has wheels too. So you might see him get going. McManus up at bat. Facing a right-handed pitcher. Not knowing yet. Strike 1.
I think Beverly's just stole one base today.
Koloski.
Good throw from the freshman catcher, so he does have a good arm.
Yeah. Good stop by the catcher there.
Very good. Came up with the ball quickly too.
That's a big stop right there. I mean, ball. He dropped to his knees, ball hit him in the chest. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But stay in front of it. Looks like the JV game ended. Strike 2 on the corner. Manis hit the ball to first base his last at-bat. It's a 3-1. You might see Pierce going here. Nope. And struck him out.
And we're heading for extra
Find
innings.
yourself some free baseball, Al. All right, so Gloucester has got Alves, Maroney, Martell coming up.
6'6". Danny Pierce making it a memorable varsity debut. We'll see how the evening ends out. Afternoon now, progressing into evening.
I know we've said this throughout the game, but this is a very Gloucester-Beverly game.
Back and forth and back and forth.
Back and forth. Nobody wants to give in. McManus getting back out there. Freddie Smuckler is over here, as Tommy Donovan always likes to point out, his buddy Fred Smuckler. Freddie Smuckler is one of those guys who, there's a Beverly High game, he's there.
He's there. He used to drive the bus, right?
Yeah, yep, he did. He was the bus driver for a very long time.
Just until a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Every city's got a guy who drove the bus for decades. All right, now, Al, this game can't go beyond 9 innings, though. My scorebook only does 9 innings.
Well,
which I really don't get.
Well, the guys were nice to you, actually, in the middle of the game that they only sent 9 batters. Because I know you don't like that. It makes your book messy, and you got to scratch the inning out.
Now, again, it's getting a little chilly. It's getting a little darker now. So, one inning we'll do. That'll suffice.
Okay.
But, who knows? You deal with
1, 2, 3 inning for Mike McManus and a walk-off home run.
You just got to deal with what you got. As they say, you got to dance with who brung you.
That's true. It's kind of funny. I was thinking earlier, doing some basketball games with you on the girls' side, filling in a little bit with the guys. Basketball games, you can pretty much count how long the game's going to go.
Oh, I know, right.
Baseball, not so much.
Right, baseball, no time limit, really. I mean, unless you're playing Little League, right?
Well, it's the only game without a clock, right?
Yeah. Cricket, maybe? Which
I don't know.
they're related, so
Okay.
that was in there for a strike. I've stopped tracking his pitch count, so. Ground ball, Reyes coming up, making the play, scoops it, and the throw, and they got him at first. Nice throw there for Reyes. 6-3 put up. Big kid scoring at home.
You know, Rich, when we saw Jonathan Reyes as a freshman shortstop last year, we talked about the tools he had and how anxious we were to see him to progress in his years in Beverly High. His arm has picked up some velocity from last year. That throw was...
And he had a good arm last year.
And he had a good arm last year, but that was excellent throw. A lot of juice.
And, you know, he's now got a lot of confidence, right? I mean, he started, ground ball, Connolly, make the play, and the throw. McGrath with the put up, 5-3. You know, Reyes is the first game of the season, you know, starting as a freshman, struggled a little bit in the field against Gloucester. And, you know, it's one of those things where you can get down on yourself or you can work to get better. And he's definitely done that. He's definitely worked to get better.
And then, you know, big props to Coach John Cahill for sticking with him. And, you know, I think one of the things is you put him in that position as a freshman, and then you stick with him to make sure that things get over the finish line. So,
strike. 1-on-1's the count to Martell.
But John was obviously an infielder himself, knows the game.
Yeah.
It's good. That was beautiful throw. So we get the first two.
Sneak a curveball in there. Can't get it in. Ball 2. 2-1's the count. Giacomo Martell. Martell got a hit on the day. And that ball is going to probably get fouled. Yes.
Yeah, he had, with the score 2-0, he had that big 2-0 base hit to tie the game.
Yeah. Yeah, he scored, he knocked in 2 runs in that play. Outside. Count is full. 2 outs, full count. Giacomo Martell facing Micah McManus.
Strike 3.
Strike 3. On
Got
the
him.
corner. Really tough pitch. All right, so
Okay, Beverly has delivered what my wish, which was 1-2-3 on the top of the inning and walk one off in the bottom. So,
all right, so we're going to see Connor Connolly, Mikey Giello, and Jonah Bellew
coming up here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yep, and it looks like we're going to see Francis out there again. He hasn't really thrown a ton of pitches.
No, and, you know, he's been throwing well. It's a great high school baseball game, great Beverly Gloucester game, Rich, as we've said several times about the back and forth, and, you know, great high school rivalry for sure in baseball.
These are two teams that, you know, a lot of times when teams play each other a lot, the rivalry, they don't like each other. This is more of a respect thing that these teams have for each other than a dislike. You know, I mean, Beverly Salem, that's a dislike. You know, and, you know, I think a big part of it is the kids that we've seen come through here lately, they're good kids. They're not troublemakers. They're not big mouths. They just play the game. And I think a lot of that has to do with the coaching. You know, coach doesn't want kids mouthing off because he knows what it can do. You know, I think that's part of it, too. And I think both these coaches understand that part of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, always a team is a reflection of their coach, you know.
Yeah, yep.
What's the tone? What's the culture? What's acceptable? You always want a team that competes, but compete and be respectful.
Well, and, you know, it's funny because, you know, you mentioned, you know, we did some girls' basketball games. If you watch the NCAA women's basketball, you know, the coach, LSU's coach, Kim Mulkey, she doesn't come across as someone you want to like too much. because of the screaming and yelling, and that kind of rubs off on the players.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know why. I think basketball is indigenous to coaches yelling and screaming. I don't know if it's the if it's the smaller confines of being indoors. You know, the whole concept of working the refs.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I also think part of it is baseball is a kind of a long game, and if you do that all game, you're just going to tire yourself
exhausted.
out. You know, in a 32 minute game or whatever it is in the basketball.
40 minutes.
Whatever
Yeah, the
it is,
girls play 4 10-minute quarters, I think.
Yeah, okay. And so, ground ball, Francis making the play, and
Thrown us away.
gets it away. Uh-oh. And Connolly ends up on second base. And they're going to run it in. So now you've got Giello coming up.
Who, the pitcher field at, Rich?
Yep,
or-
yep. No, so that's an error. Two-base error. So Connor Connolly starting things off, gets himself on base.
Rich, Mikey Giello coming up here. He's put some good swings on the ball today. Let's see. He feels due to me.
And he's going to square on the bunt that he offered, looks like. All right, so they're trying to bunt Connolly over to third base. Might not see that happen here now. Might let him swing away if everybody's playing for the bunt. Nope, he's going to bunt him over. He
Oh,
gets the
great bunt.
down. Great bunt.
Beautiful
Running
bunt.
The third. No,
No,
they're going to call him out. Oh, hit the bat. Double hit the bat.
But he was in the box,
Yeah,
no?
Gloucester's trying to say he was out of the box.
If the ball hit the bat twice, I think he would be out. But if the ball hit him and he was in the box, it would be a foul ball. So they're going to talk about this. And the way that ball ended up, I would be surprised if he was out of the box and hit him.
Yeah. Foul
ball.
Foul ball.
I think that's the right call.
Yep, I do too. And you know, the umpire did a nice job explaining to the coach. No argument from the coach. Coach just went out there to say, hey, what's going on? All right, so they're still bringing the first baseman in, even though he's got 2 strikes. Chasing him back to second.
Making sure there's no play on. Obviously, Giello wants to get the ball in play here. Would like to pull something onto the right side to get Conley to third.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit that well.
Drives that ball deep. That ball is going to be
Caught. Oh,
reeled
no.
in.
Connor Conley did not tag up, Rich. Let's see what happens here
Throw
at the
to
plate.
third, and they got him at third. Oh, my. What a beautiful play by Fisherman right there. Nice relay. Great play by the right fielder, getting on his horse, tracking that down. Austin Bushy making the catch. Hits the cutoff guy, and just a beautiful play.
Yeah, I think Connor broke for third, Rich, thinking that ball was he was gonna score on that. So good job by the Fisherman. Great catch, great relay, fundamental baseball.
Yeah.
Perfect throw.
Do you want me to put it in wide?
Jonah Bellew hits one to center field.
That's going to be an out to Severino. F8. I got to tell you, the Panthers kind of ran himself out of that one. And Giello kind of doing his job, hitting a deep drive.
Again, nothing to show for it today, but he's been all over the baseball. 3 of his 4 at-bats have been very loud outs. That one looked like it was going to get up and over. Maybe on a different day with different wind it does. But you can only say, what if he tagged up, went to third, that ball by Jonah might have been the winning run.
Yeah.
But, hey, that's baseball, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's awesome. It looks like we have, I believe that's Charlie Salerno.
Okay.
Is that number 12? That's correct, right?
All right, yep. So we are now in the 9th inning. which I told you we have to limit it to 9. So something's going to happen this inning. Wind's picking up now. We can feel that wind coming from right field.
Yeah, we have a little bit of weather on our doorstep.
That wind might have helped Austin Bushy in 2 ways, right? Kept the ball from getting over his head, and then a little tailwind on the throw to get the runner out at third base. But that's the kind of play that Gloucester needed to kind of keep this game going. And, it was a nice play by Bushy, but he hit the cutoff guy. Number 1, right? Yeah. And what do you always say? He hit the cutoff.
He made the catch number 1.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
And 1A, he hit the cutoff man.
But he hit the cutoff man, and the cutoff man made a nice throw to third base, and Alves just was able to get the tag. So Braden France is able to get out of that inning, which wasn't looking so great for him in the beginning. The leadoff guy getting on second base.
Okay, 8 in the books. Bonus baseball here on opening day at Beverly High School.
Do a quick little weather report, see how the weather's treating us now. All right, so I'm seeing that saying it's 40. Okay, it feels like 39 now. It's 43 degrees. Feels like 39.
Okay, my toes say that's about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah. All right, so you got Charlie Salerno out there, which, Charlie would be on my hit list right now, wearing the short sleeves.
Ooh, in I
April.
feel like he had white sleeves on in the outfield, so maybe
okay,
he didn't have a pair of colored sleeves.
All right, so we got now, leading off, Nico Alves, third baseman. That ball's down for a ball 1. He's going to be followed by Maroney. If Alves gets on, you can pretty much figure Maroney is going to drop the bunt down. Strike on the outside corner. Okay.
Who do you have?
Actually, nope.
This is Mello.
Yes,
right?
you're
okay.
right.
All right. Okay.
Again, my scorebook's a mess now.
Hey, it's your home opener too,
We got 2-1 now? As they try to
Yes.
figure out my book. That ball's driven,
right.
and
That's
the
hit.
wind's going to hold it up, and he makes the play.
Nice grab. Scott Quietuck going away.
Yep.
Good jump on that baseball. Nice grab.
Get on your horse. Austin Bushy now. Bushy's the guy who made that nice play out in right field for the Fishermen. Ball 1. And then the top of the order. Strike 1. Big cut there. So Salerno is kind of an unknown commodity for much of the league so far.
Yeah, last year he played outfield.
Yep.
Had a solid freshman campaign. And I don't think
outside strike.
I guess I saw him pitch in Little League. I can't even remember.
I think he may have had an arm.
Or was that his brother? He had the knees. His brother had the arm.
Or something. There was some injury related.
I think we're going to blame it all on his father, Jay, for being so tall. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah. When in doubt.
Although, Jay was part of the White Sox coaching staff, so I got to be nice to him.
Always comes back to the White Sox.
Always,
that
yes.
ball's outside. Full count now. Bushy doing a nice job working the count here. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. Nice piece of hitting right there by Bushy. That's his
Doing it
first
with
hit
the
of day.
both sides of the ball.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
his first hit today.
So we got Lucas Albano.
Who's making his third plate appearance today
Yeah.
since coming in as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2. Scored a run in his first at bat. Hearing from one of the Gloucester parents, it's kind of cold. Not ready to be out here yet, right? Drives that ball. And
Kowalski
Kowalski's
calls for
there,
it.
makes the catch. Out number 2. Jaden Severino had that big at-bat last inning, which tied the game.
He hit the 7-foot ground ball
Yep.
and turned into the go-ahead run at that point.
That was the tying run.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Follows that
Heads
one
up.
up. Ooh, that one got through that net.
Yeah, the net has seen better days, I
Yeah,
think. It has a couple of baseballs that it caught, but it has a few holes.
Yeah, the field's in great shape.
Of
The net,
course.
not so much. Field always in good shape because Todd Rushton and his boys
Are
really
the
do a
best.
nice job taking care of it.
Very lucky here in Beverly.
And I want to point out, when I talked to Coach Cahill last week, he made a point to talk about Balch Street when they had their scrimmage, how good the field was, and he wanted to give Todd credit for that. And you know,
As
Todd's the name I know. I don't know the rest of the crew, but I know
Yeah,
Todd
same.
does a nice job with that.
yeah,
there's a good chance.
Balch is known for draining well, but
Yeah.
that field was in beautiful shape Saturday morning. And why the game was moved there. Oh, we got him.
Oh, had him leaning too. Nice stop by Casey McGrath there.
Yeah, really good job, Casey, selling out on that.
Yeah, that
He
could
had
have been
him
a
leaning.
real dangerous play if
Yeah,
he
on
doesn't make
third
that
base
stop.
if he doesn't stop that.
Yeah. All right, Severino's good. 2-0 count. Going over again. Just kind of keeping him at bay. We got 2 outs, runner on first. Tied game in the 9th inning, top of the 9th here. Remember, high school baseball, they only go 7. That's on the corner for a strike until you get to the tournament, right, Al?
No,
They do
Does
play
it?
some. I think the later, the championship game.
maybe. I kind of think that it was 7, but you might be right, Rich.
Makes no sense that you play all season.
And then play 9 at the
Yeah.
end, right?
Grath again, and just a piece of it to keep it in the infield. Two ones that count. And the runner's going. Rips it down
Foul
the line.
ball.
Foul. That definitely, I think that might have scored the runner.
That was
Because
the
the runner
old,
was going.
the old run and hit play.
Yep. All right, so you got a 2-2 count. Runner on first, 2 outs. You might see the runner go again. Thrown over.
Uh-oh.
Again. Casey McGrath getting himself some work over there
He is.
this inning.
He's going to have as many bruises as Jonah
I
Bellio
know, yeah.
after this one.
Jonah setting up outside. Fouls another off. All right, so 2-2. Runner going on the pitch last time.
Well, if Severino does get it hit, maybe he'll be too tired to score.
I know, right? Yeah, the runner goes. Ground ball. Connolly making the play. Foul ball, though. That would have been an interesting play. As we saw, Severino was having trouble getting down the line. Would Connor have been able to make a play like that? And if he does throw it, the runner on first would have rounded, probably gone to third. But it was a foul ball, so it's all moot point. Doesn't really matter. 2-2's the count. Runner not going that time. Round ball.
Sawed him off.
McGrath making the diving play, throws it over. Salerno can't handle it. Nice play by McGrath on the dive.
Unbelievable
Couldn't
play.
get the guy at first, though.
You know, but that kept the runner off at third.
Yep.
He
Second
jammed
baseman
him,
probably wasn't gonna
made
get
a
to
great
Yeah. pitch.
Severino fought it off. That Casey came up with that ball, and the boys even had an opportunity to make
Yep.
that play.
Okay, so now we got Braden Francis up again.
Braden's been the man today.
Yep.
Big spot again.
Ball's downstairs. Severino with 2 hits today, with a total of about 90 feet. All right, so Cahill going to go talk to Micah, try to figure out what they're going to do with.
It's actually Charlie. Mike has been
Oh,
out
I'm
there
sorry.
for
That's right.
a few innings.
Yep, thank you, Al. See, I'm still, it's been a long game,
Well, I think we're both starting to get brain freeze.
Maybe so. Regardless, Cahill wants to know, what are we going to do with this guy that we haven't been able to get out yet?
I don't think I would walk the bases, though.
No.
Would you? I would not. I would not put that go-ahead run any closer to home.
Ball 2.
Oh,
Okay,
eat it.
good
Yeah,
stop.
good.
Good stop by Bellew. And the runner almost gone. 2-0 is the count. Now, Smith had the big hit last inning that drove Francis in. So it's not like it's an easy one next up. And that's a ball 3. All right, so maybe they're just figuring don't give him anything to drive. Strike.
Well, he definitely was not trying to walk.
Yeah, well, yeah. That ball's in the dirt, and he walks. The bases loaded. Braden Francis, 3 for 3, 2 walks, been on base all 5 times.
2 RBIs, 3 runs scored.
Yeah. The man at the plate today for them. The man of the moment right now, Matt Smith. It's ball 1.
The DH has a couple of strikeouts, reached on an error, and like you said, that big hit in the 7th inning.
Yep. Again, it was an infield hit where Francis just, rounded third without stopping. Fouls that off. That was that run that Francis scored on was good 2-out base running.
That was a ground ball in the hole, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we got a 1-1 count here to Smith. Ground ball up the middle. Reyes gonna have to make the play to first, and he does. Charlie Salerno gets himself out of a jam to end the inning. No runs. A lot of batters got on base, but nothing coming up for them.
Yeah, a couple of walks and a hit.
Yep.
High drama here on Herrick Street, Rich
I
Francis.
guess so, huh?
Opening day here at Beverly High School. We're having a gem right off the get-go.
Yeah, now Beverly, they got the top of the order coming up.
Bottom of the 9th. Devin Koloski will lead things off. Devin scored 2 runs today, followed by John Reyes and Charlie Salerno, who, if he comes up with in the situation, he could have a game-winning RBI for himself.
Yeah, so Koloski's been on base 3 times today in 4 at-bats. 2 walks, reached on an error. Scored twice.
And you'd have to think if Devin gets on,
Reyes will bunt him over, I'd imagine.
I don't know. I would think he'd maybe steal second and
just
get bunted to
steal,
third.
yeah,
You never
maybe
know.
So. Or maybe steal, bunt, run to keep running to third kind of situation. Both these coaches like to play aggressive on the bases. So you never know, anything's up for a possibility here.
What a great baseball game for opening day.
Yeah. I'll tell you, if this is what the season's going to be like, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Going to be a lot of fun.
Dom Lorenzano missed a good one. And while there have been a couple errors out there, it's been a relatively clean game, you know. I mean,
Yeah, it's been a great game to watch.
early season, you know, the errors, you know, kind of stuff you expect early in a season. But
I don't even think we've hit the 3-hour mark yet, right?
Not yet. We're almost, no, not even close, actually. All right, that ball's down. Ball 1 to Koloski. Koloski, one of the captains on this team, along with Casey McGrath and Mike Giello. Francis making the play, and the first batter is out.
PFP.
Out number 1. Now, Al, I have to admit I stopped tracking the pitch count on Francis a while back, but he's going to be, this is his 4th inning pitching?
This is the 9th. He came in the 6th. Oh, wait a second.
Ball.
Check that. It was on the wrong side of the book. He came in the 5th. So this is his 5th inning of relief.
5th inning. So he's got his pitch count's got to, I mean, he's done a good job keeping the pitch count down for the number of innings, but it's got to be getting to that point where he's not going to be able to pitch later in the week. But, you know, this is a division game for both these teams, so they kind of need the win. Foul ball. These two teams are playing in the same division, along with Masconomet, Marblehead, and Danvers, I believe.
I think that's right.
Yes.
That's.
Ooh, breaking ball. Strike 3. That was an Aaron Seeley breaking ball right there. 12-6. All right, so now we've got
Charlie Salerno.
Salerno on the mound now. Pitcher of record, so he wants to help himself out here. Fouls that one off. That ball bit down on his hands a bit. Following him is Casey McGrath. Outside for the ball. 1-1's the count. It's all tied up here in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, that's a tough one. And they got him. Nice throw by Maroney. Nice to have a tall first baseman in Giacomo Martel. And that's going to be 3 outs.
9 innings.
All right, well, Al,
6-6.
maybe we'll go to that first page that we skipped. How's that?
Maybe.
All right, so looks like the coach is going to have a little discussion about what happens next.
Umpire is talking. Is he thinking it's getting dark?
Maybe getting dark.
Going to try to get one more in, or is he going to suspend it?
Unless they were talking about that play. But both the team, Gloucester ran in. I mean, for Gloucester, it doesn't matter. They got the out. All right, now the coaches are talking. Not what you like to see when it's cold like this. A bunch of people standing around talking. But it looks like Beverly's getting out there to take the field. And we are going to play another inning. So we are now in inning number 10. For those of the people who are working the game, getting paid by the hour, it's fantastic. The umpires, on the other hand, I don't think they get paid by the inning.
They do not indeed.
So expect to see the strike zone expand quite a bit on this next inning.
Yeah, darkness-wise, I don't think it's too dark to be playing, but
no,
I don't
it's
think
getting there.
It's getting close.
You might see one inning more.
Yeah, I would have to say that we're not seeing an 11th inning today.
Yeah, and the game started on time at 4:15.
What's it now?
It's
Around
about 10 minutes of 7.
so 6:50
for you kids.
for you kids who aren't
It's
aware of
6:50.
10 until.
Yeah, who are familiar with digital clocks only. It's interesting. You see the umpire down there. He's got the ski hat,
Yeah, he's trying to stay warm.
the balaclava. Maybe it's even a scuba suit. I don't know. He knows. He's been doing this a long time. All right, so we got Salerno back on the mound. What we got coming up to bat?
Okay, Gloucester should be in the middle of the order since Smith, the cleanup hitter, was the last batter.
Yep.
Alves, Maroney, Martell,
Okay.
unless there's a pinch hitter.
Yeah. So I don't have any extra innings on my scorebook, so
I go up to 11.
okay. So I'll
You might have to defer.
I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you only had 9.
Yeah, it's, I bought this book today because bad planning, and you only go to 9,
Okay.
which is great if you're coaching a little league game. All right, so we got Alves up at bat. That's going to be a ball outside. Okay. Hold on. We got a little discussion here. Okay, you got something.
He got a batting glove in his back pocket.
Okay.
It was a distraction of somebody. I'm not sure who.
Yeah, well, it's light colored. That could be problematic. I mean, it's pretty much the same color as his glove.
Well, it's not going to be problematic for us because we're not going to be able to see that
I
far
know,
in a
right?
couple of minutes. A couple of guys like us.
That's a fly ball.
Chuck swing.
Interesting, Al. The thing that he took out of his pocket is actually darker than the glove that's on his hand. So, I don't know. 1-1's the count. Nico Alves, the third baseman, getting another at bat. That ball's upstairs. Ball 2. 2-1's the count. Alves reached on an error in the second inning.
Last inning ground out to short. Pulls
So
that one.
Foul. 2-2's the count now.
He reached on an error his first at bat, struck out, grounded to third, and grounded to short back in the 8th.
Two-two's the count. First batter of the inning, Charlie Salerno, dealing Nico Alves. That's ball. Make it a full count.
That was a close one. Probably a little low.
Yeah, I guess my prediction of expanding the strike zone didn't actually come to fruition there. High fly ball left field. That's going to be foul. That's a well hit ball, and he can't get to it. That ball, if it was fair, would have been a home run. But just to the left of the foul pole, as the left fielder couldn't get to it. Sent that one for a ride, though.
He sure did. I'm looking at the cars pulling into the parking lot all with headlights. The next thing you got to know, we're going to have headlights facing in to the batters.
That can be a bit of an issue.
No lights here at Beverly High School, so.
Yep. Fly ball, that's coming to you and me, Al.
I got it. I got it.
And
I
I'm
got
just
it.
going to watch it drop.
No, a little short.
It's always nice to have the younger kids to retrieve the balls.
Especially when they're down the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, right. I'm not kidding. There's plenty of people down there to get it. We can just watch. Full count. Another foul ball. Al's really working the count here, working the batter.
He's going to work this game right into darkness. Beverly's not going to have any
right?
daylight left to hit.
Yeah, they're going to have to replay. They're going to have to finish this game some other time if he keeps on hitting that many foul balls.
It's certainly heading that way. It's starting to get a little darker, a little rapidly.
I know.
More rapidly than I thought.
And he struck him out looking.
Wow.
Didn't like the call. They're going to have it around. Back over. And that's going to be the first batter of the inning. Oh, with the strikeout.
Brings up
Trey
Maroney, the
Maroney.
catching. Sacrifice, reached on a walk. Sacrifice bunt, reached on a walk, and popped out and grounded out. And he had
And
such a
Maroney
charge.
going to get himself a base hit. That one's going to drop down in front of the left fielder. And now we're going to see Giacomo Martel. Martel
So
came
that-
out big.
That'd be the first hit of his career, right, Rich?
I believe so.
You said he was a freshman?
He is a freshman.
Martel has popped to second.
Base hit.
Had a hit
Couple of
and a
Ks.
couple of strikeouts.
All right, going to get a timeout here. Go talk to his pitcher. Okay. Now let's see if they'll try to run Maroney here. We haven't really seen Bellew throw on any of the steal attempts.
No, we have not. We've seen him throw behind. I think John Cahill is calling the umpire out, and we are having
All right.
problems with.
It's probably those headlights. Or it's getting dark. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think this baseball game is going to be going on much longer.
Well, you know, what's happening also is Gloucester will get their at-bat. And regardless of what they do, by the time Beverly gets up, it's going to be too dark.
So Charlie Salerno's coming off the mound. I don't know if he is
So
injured,
maybe it's an injury.
if he's thrown as many pitches as he can throw.
Yeah.
But if there's an injury, I believe they're going to have as much warm-up time as they need, and
Yeah.
there is not a lot of daylight left.
Right.
So let's see how this all
So let's
all
see.
plays out.
And,
Connor
and, you know,
Conley and the boys are coming in, so it looks
yeah.
like this
Okay,
is.
So we're going to end it here. All right, so we're going to end this game. They're probably going to have to play this some other time. This rest of the game. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know
because
if
they
they'll-
don't count ties.
I don't know
because
if
of the
they'll
power
maybe
rankings.
when we go up there, if they'll maybe
Yeah, or they'll try to figure out a time that both teams have
for
an extra day to come up and play.
kind of like that
whatever.
over game.
Yeah.
So as
we'll
we're
find out.
getting ready here, Rich, to sign off, just a quick recap for anybody who is coming in late here.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a suspended ball game due to darkness
Yep.
in the top of the 10th inning. 1 out and 1 on for Gloucester. It was a ball game that saw Beverly go out in front with a couple of 2-0 lead. Gloucester came back, tied it. Beverly went up again 5-2, 5-4. Tie ball game. Beverly was 1 out away from their first win. Gloucester plates 2 in the top of the 7th. Beverly 1 in the bottom on
yeah.
a big hit by Danny Pierce. And here we are in
Yeah,
darkness in the 10th inning. Quite a first day here.
Some lead changes here and there. An exciting game going. You know, good pitching. Considering the time of year, the pitchers that came in, Braden Francis, again, he's probably,
Great job.
if you had to give a player of the game to, he'd probably be the guy. He did it at the plate and on the mound. But, you know, beginning of the season, both teams, you know, a couple blips here and there, but they both played fairly well.
And I think, like you
both
said
coaches
earlier,
going to be okay.
yeah,
You know, you can't be yelling at you guys afterwards about anything. I know there is one thing Gloucester had left their helmets on the bus. to begin the thing, but bus driver came back, helped him out though. So
Yeah, and it was kind of short preseason, so I don't think
yeah,
they should be
yeah.
too disappointed.
Yeah,
and
I
as
mean-
you said earlier, if this is going to be any indication of what we're going to see in the way of baseball, it's going to be a fun season.
yeah, both teams are going to cause some havoc for the rest of the league. We saw a couple pitchers are going to be dueling with some people out there, a couple guys who can hit, a couple guys getting back into shape, and it'll be interesting to see both of these teams for the rest of the season. So, with that said, as they say, it ties like kissing your sister or whatever it is. I only had brothers, so I wouldn't know. So at the end of 9 innings, we stopped in the 10th inning. It was all tied up 6-6 between the two teams, and we got a suspended game. So at some point, we'll be back to cover the rest of this thing for you. But with that, we're going to say goodbye, good night. I'm Rich Francis with Al Visnick. We'll see you later.